On day 1, I spawned in as a baby amethyst wolf. I was surrounded by my wolf pack inside of our beautiful home.
Welcome home, son.
Thanks, Dad. I'm excited to be part of the pack. But the cave shook around us as large deadly spikes burst through the room. Not only did it kill us wolves, but it destroyed any amethyst it touched.
No, they've returned!
Hibernation is finally over! Time to remind you all who's really in charge. Now, feast!
I watched in horror as diamond bears easily took down any wolves that stood in their way. No, my family! I tried to find my dad, but quickly ran into a dead end. No, please, stop! Thankfully, my father stepped in and protected me.
My boy, the diamond bears are stronger than us in every way. But we can stop them together.
Oh, really? Stop us? We are Diamond! And I'll make a quick example out of you, useless wolf!
He let out a deadly blast, but my father took the hit. Because of this, we were both knocked off the edge. Ah! On day 2, I surely thought we were done for, but my father let out a special howl, causing a huge amethyst crystal to appear below us. Whoa, we have amethyst powers?
Listen, my boy, our diamond predators are back, which means all of us are in danger.
As my dad said this, more diamond spikes burst through the floor, completely surrounding us.
It's too late for me, but you can get out of here. Find the crystals. It may be the only way. I believe in you, son.
Wait! But he picked me up and threw me over the spikes. No, Dad! Dad! No. Find the crystals? What is he talking about? However, the wall behind me erupted open. Coming out was a large drill, and on it were a bunch of human miners.
Well, if it isn't our lucky day. With all that amethyst, we could be rich. Let's mine.
They leapt in and tried to hit me with their pickaxes. Ah, hey! I was angrier than ever, causing me to let out a powerful amethyst howl, which trapped him in place.
Tommy, what's happening? Don't worry, I'll get the little bugger.
He jumped back into the drill and began to drive towards me. No, I need to save my family. I ran as fast as I could down the tunnels as the miners began to throw dynamite all around me. And before I knew it, I had accidentally run into a dead end. I thought I was done for until a golden goat came bursting out of the rubble in front of me.
An amethyst wolf? Come with me if you want to live!
On day 3, I escaped the goat through the small hole in the rubble, escaping from the miners. So who are you and how do you know about me?
My name is Ramsey, and the diamond bears attacked my people too, but I'm the only one left. They think they're at the top of the food chain for all the animals.
Wait, there are more of us? As I said this, the two of us ran out into the bottom of a ravine. And there on a wall was a powerful looking amethyst crystal. Is this what my dad was talking about?
Are you crazy? We have to leave now!
I didn't listen and ran over to collect it. The moment I touched it, I began to feel a surge of power within me as I upgraded. I gained 5 more hearts and a brand new ability. Whoa, it looks like this made me stronger. However, the wall behind me cracked open again as the miners caught up to us.
All right, even more amethyst for us to take? Get them!
One of the miners came rushing in, but I used my new power to bite right into him. This caused his body to change, completely turning him into amethyst.
What the? This ain't worth it, Jeremy.
Thankfully, the miners quickly ran off in fear. Ha ha! That's what you get for messing with an amethyst wolf. Suddenly, a strange light started to glow from where I took the amethyst. It shot out, creating 6 large amethyst orbs, and one of them was already filled out. Whoa, there must be 5 more of these crystals lost in the world. If I can find them all, maybe I can stand a chance against those diamond bears.
Are you crazy? Your best bet is to run and hide. That's exactly what I'm doing.
With that, the goat began to run off out of the ravine. Hey, wait! I can't do this alone! On day 4, I ran after Ramsey as we made our way into a swamp. Dude, please just slow down! But he didn't listen and rammed a nearby tree, nearly causing it to fall onto me. Ah, great. Guess I'll have to do all this by myself then. As I said this, I was struck from behind by a tongue? Ugh! I spun around to see a group of small frogs had surrounded me.
So, you think you could just come into our swamp and destroy our trees, huh?
What? No, this wasn't. But before I could explain, they flung out their tongues at me again. This shoved me back into a nearby pool of water. And because of this, the frogs were easily able to keep hitting me. Ah, hey, stop! That's it! I howled out, summoning another vortex that pulled them all in and shot them out into the air. Ha ha!
Wow! Hold it! You got some nifty powers there, Wolfie. You could be useful to us. And we have something you'll want to see.
Okay, I'm listening. The troop of frogs brought me over to their swamp home, and there in the center was another amethyst crystal. I ran towards it, but one of them jumped in my way.
Hold on there, pal. You're not getting that until you do something for us.
All right, what do you want?
You see, some people came into our territory recently, too. But they have soda. Oh, I love soda. Soda! Yeah, soda. You get us a can of that, and we'll gladly hand over the amethyst.
On day 5, I headed out into the swamp to find a soda for the frogs. They said it was around here. Just then, I heard a noise coming from the coastline. Me next! Me next! Huh? I walked out to see a bunch of villagers enjoying the beach, and one of them was surfing? Here it comes! Suddenly, a large wave rose out and crashed down onto him. That was fun! Now, you've earned yourself a soda. Oh, looks like the last one too. I looked over to where he was headed and saw the last soda can. Wait, I need that. I ran out into the open towards it, causing all of them to spot me. Ah! What is that thing? Shoo! Shoo! They all began to throw their empty cans at me, trying to take me down. Ow! Hey! I looked back over though, just in time to see the villager grab the last can. Give me that! I rushed over and bit into a nearby tree, turning it into amethyst. I'll do that to you too, but I don't want to, okay? So just give me the can. Okay. Here, take it. The villager was about to walk up and hand it over when suddenly a large emerald crocodile ate him and the soda. You've gotta be kidding me.
Thanks for the easy meal, pup.
Wait, get back here! Did they just eat Gary? I rushed after the crocodile, running as fast as I could along the water's edge. I tried to slow it down with my howl attack, but he was too fast. He could just easily swim around me.
You mad I took your snack, huh? Then get a load of this.
The crocodile swam up and sprayed me with a strange poison. Ah! Because of this, I felt my body grow weaker as I passed out. When I woke up, I looked around to see I was in a foggy emerald cove? Whoa, what's happening?
You're in my territory now.
Out of nowhere, the croc leapt out of the water, almost dragging me in. Ah! I went to bite him back, but he was too fast.
Nice try, Wolf, but no one can face me here.
I have no chance against this guy. I'm gonna die. He leapt up onto the lily pad again, charging in to take me down. Wait!
What? You have some last words?
No, you're an ore animal like me, right? That means you want to stop the diamond bears too.
You can't even win against me. You think we've got a chance against them?
Please, they took my family. If all of us cower in fear, then everyone we care about will be gone. On day 7, the crocodile thankfully agreed to join me and came back with me to the frog's home.
Hey, where's our soda?
Oh, right. Do you mind?
Hold on. Oh,
Finally!
They all quickly rushed to the soda can and began to drink it, causing them to hop around wildly.
Whoa! Sweet sugar rush, baby! I love sugar!
All right, you guys had your fun. That crystal's mine now, right?
Oh, thank you, little wolfie. But, no, I'm not gonna do that. Leave!
What? They all began to attack us both, using their long tongues to try and push us out.
I knew they'd be like this. Come here!
My friend began to fight back with his powerful bite, giving me an opening to run to the crystal. Hold on! I ran up to it, and the moment I touched it, its power began to grow inside me. I gained 5 more hearts and upgraded my howl to a stronger amethyst blast. Oh, you really messed up now. I shot out my new attack right towards the frogs, but just then, one of them was killed by a diamond attack. Charging in through the tree line was the pack of diamond bears.
Ha 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 ha! Time to feast on some frog legs, men!
On day 8, the bears continued their rampage, and one slashed on my friend, nearly taking him down. I ran up and blasted the bear back with my howl, but this only made him angrier.
Look at this! If it isn't the little purple puppy, you won't escape me a second time!
The alpha bear was about to unleash another deadly attack when the crocodile ran up and shoved me into the water.
Swim as fast as those little legs can carry you.
We swam away as the bears blasted out at us from the waterline.
Forget it! They don't have enough meat on their bones for us to eat anyways.
After some time, the two of us thankfully made it out of the water, far away from the swamp. That was close. Thanks for the save.
I can't believe it. You lived?
I looked over and saw that some of my wolf pack had survived the bear's attack, but they all looked extremely weak. Is my dad with you?
No. Those bears attacked so fast that we all just had to run.
It's okay. I'll find him soon, but we gotta get you guys all somewhere safe. On days 9 to 10, I led the surviving wolves deep within the forest until we found a hidden ruins area. Perfect! I quickly built up some shelters for the wolves, as my crocodile friend made himself a home as well.
Don't worry, little puppies. Old Snapper here will take care of ya.
Oh, thanks. Wait, I can see you've been collecting the lost amethyst crystals. They haven't been united in eons.
Really?
Yeah. They're seen to our people as upgrades, if you will. But no one has ever collected all of them. Here, take this.
The wolf then threw me over a map?
There should be another one there.
Thanks, I won't let you down. I headed out, following the map's coordinates to a dark forest. Please don't be haunted. Please don't be haunted. Thankfully, though, I easily made it to the place on the map, but the amethyst was gone? Huh? I then heard a strange noise behind me. What the? Who's there? Stepping out of the darkness was a group of redstone soldiers?
Intruder, send to disposal.
What? Before I could react, the soldier flipped a lever on a tree, causing me to fall in a hidden pit trap. Ah! On days 11 to 12, I fell into an underground cavern, slamming down onto metal. My head. But as I said this, the ground below me started to move. What is this place? I looked over to see more redstone soldiers began to appear on ledges all around me.
Intruders must burn.
They began to shoot out at me with the redstone lasers, trying to knock me off into the flames below. I was forced to dash around and jump between the conveyor belts to dodge their attacks. Yeah, I need to get out of here. I looked over to see that one of the side ledges was being unguarded. There, I made a break for it and ran down the connecting tunnel. But along the way, I saw a redstone owl trapped in a cage.
Oh, thank goodness, another living being!
What the? What's going on here?
My name is Professor Hoot, and I created those soldiers to defend my forest. But the wretched things turned on me. I have an idea of what did it, but you need to let me out of here first.
I did as he said and blasted open his cage.
Good show, my canine friend.
But because of this, alarms started to ring out as an automated turret activated down the hall. Oh, great! On days 13 to 14, Professor Hoot and I rushed down the hall to the exit as the redstone turret shot out all around us.
Blasted things! I knew I should have put in a kill switch.
Just then, one of the lasers hit me, bringing me down to low hearts. Ah! I'm not gonna make it!
Nonsense, my friend. Hold on!
He swooped down and picked me up with his talons, quickly flying me to safety out of the tunnel. Woohoo!
I'm glad you're excited, but try not to move so much. You're very heavy.
We soared above the tree line and landed down on the professor's treehouse home. All around us were crazy redstone contraptions. These ones won't come alive and attack us, right?
Yes, do not worry. I haven't finished them yet. But I have finished this.
He threw me over an amethyst tracker?
That will bring you right to the cause of all of this. I think one of those crystals has tampered with my machines, making them go rogue.
So this tracker leads me right to another amethyst crystal? Got it. You can count on me, Professor. On days 15 to 16, I used a device to track down the location of the amethyst crystal. It led me right to a clearing in the forest, where Professor Hoot clearly had been at work. Oh no, again? It says the crystal should be right here. Wait, it's below me. I jumped back just in time as a hatch opened up, revealing a large redstone machine. But something was different? Oh no, is the crystal in its core?
Hostile detected. Must eliminate.
It began to fire out crazy beam of amethyst energy right at me. Ah! It's using my power. It continued to fire out attacks as I used my speed to race around the area. There has to be some way to shut this thing off. I then noticed that there were 3 levers placed around the area, all connected to the machine in the middle. Bingo! I ran up to the closest one and flipped it, which caused the redstone machine to be shocked and malfunction.
Power at 66%. Must eliminate.
It angrily shot out another beam at me, about to take me down. No! But suddenly, it was hit to the side? Huh? I looked over and saw that Ramsey had come back. What are you doing here?
Saving your stupid tail, that's what! Come on, let's do this together!
On days 17 to 18, Ramsey and I split up around the clearing to divide the machine's attention.
Multiple hostiles detected.
Hey, over here! It focused on me with its attacks, which thankfully allowed Ramsey to flip the second switch. Nice!
Power at 3%.
I quickly turned towards it though, and in its glitchy state, it was letting out tons of electricity.
Yeah!
Hang on! To protect Ramsey, I let out the most powerful howl I could, shooting right through the machine and destroying it. Yes! There, where it once stood, was the next amethyst crystal. I picked it up, causing me to grow in strength once again. I gained 5 more hearts, along with another powerful amethyst ability. Sweet!
Buddy, those guys aren't friendly either, are they?
I turned around to see our fight had caused the redstone soldiers to find us. No, they are not. They tried to rush in, but I used my new amethyst slash attack to destroy them instantly. All right, now that that's over with, I can't believe you came back.
Well, before, I ran like a coward. My family would be ashamed. So now, I promise to do whatever I can to make it up to them and you. We will stop those evil bears. And speaking of, I know exactly how. Follow me.
On days 19 to 21, Ramsey brought me to the edge of the desert.
The next group of all animals lives here. If we want to stand a chance against the bears, we all have to unite to stop them.
All right, I'll find them then. Just then, I heard someone cry out in pain nearby.
Ow! Golly, that hurts!
Who's that? I ran over to see that an iron camel was being attacked by rattlesnakes?
Come here, you big idiot!
You guys aren't being very nice.
Hey! I charged in and used my amethyst slashes to tear through the rattlesnakes, taking them out with ease.
He's too strong! Scram, boys!
What was that about? You could have easily stomped on those guys.
Other animals like to pick on me because I'm not that bright. I was just trying to get home to my crystal oasis.
Crystal Oasis? Think you can take me there? The camel agreed, and we began a journey through the desert to its home. It quickly became obvious, though, that he really needed my help.
Well, looks like we can't go this way. I'll never get home. Whoa! Thanks, Mr. Wolf.
Don't mention it. On days 22 to 26, the camel and I were making our way through the desert until we came across a large, crystal-filled canyon. Whoa.
Pretty, right? My home is just on the other side.
Without hesitation, he began to walk right towards the ledge. Hold on there, buddy. I shot out my power, creating some blocks of amethyst for us to walk across. All right, now you can go. I continued to create the bridge ahead of us until I was hit from something from above. Ah! What the? I looked up to see that the rattlesnakes from before had caught up to us.
This'll show you not to mess with us!
They continued to rain down poisonous attacks as we tried our best to make it across the ravine. Almost there! Another attack was about to hit me though, but the camel summoned an iron shield to block the hit.
Stop hurting my friend!
With this opening, I was able to fire back up to the cliff, finally scaring off the snakes for good. Thanks, man.
Please, my friends call me Stumpy.
With that, the two of us had finally made it to the Oasis house. There were tons of other iron camels all around, but I then noticed the Oasis itself was completely dry. On days 27 to 29, the leader of the iron camels came running up to us.
Stumpy, I'm so glad you're back safe. The Oasis crystal, it's losing its power by the second.
What?
The pool has empowered our amethyst crystal for generations, but without it, I'm afraid we have little time before it loses its power for good.
What happened to the water?
I looked around the area to see that the camels had captured a lion in a cage.
Let me out of here, you fools!
That's what happened. That lion and his pride has done something to the river. I just know it.
Oh, looky here. The Amethyst Wolf. If you think I'm gonna rat out my own pride, you've got another thing coming.
Suddenly, I had an idea. All right then, let him go.
What?
He's not gonna talk, so we should just let him free. The camels did as I said, and the lion quickly used this opportunity to run away.
Ha ha ha! Suckers!
You better have a plan, young wolf.
I do, don't worry. Just leave it to me. I quickly headed off and used my hunting instincts as a wolf to easily track down the lion through the desert. Ha! He's gonna lead me right back to his people. After some time, I followed the tracks all the way to his base. And there, in the front of a large wall holding back the river, was the entire lion's tribe talking to the diamond bears.
So that's the deal. You capture the camels, and we'll let you keep half of them to eat.
You have a deal.
Oh no, they're working together. I have to tell the others. But right as I turned around, the lion from before pounced in, hitting me into the outpost. Ah! Ah!
I knew you'd track me here, you idiot! Ha 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 ha!
Look at this, boys. Seems we could have some fun before taking out those stupid camels. Summon the beast!
Huh? Before I knew what was going on, the lions all leapt out of the pit, and the ground below me began to shake. That's not good! Suddenly, a large sandworm burst out underneath me, knocking me back.
This will be a fun one!
You guys are crazy! I began to run around the pit, having to dodge around the worm's attacks as it rushed towards me. I blasted back at it with my powers, but nothing I did seemed to work. It hit me again, slamming me into the wall.
Look at the little doggy squirm!
I looked behind me and saw that the wall blocking the water was beginning to crack. This is a bad idea, but it's the only thing I've got. On days 33 to 35, I taunted the sandworm to make it attack me again. Come and get me! It angrily rushed forward. However, I barely dodged out of the way, causing it to strike the wall.
Wait, what is he doing? Stop him!
Lions began to jump into the pit to stop me, but they were too late as I unleashed a howl that finally destroyed it. Water began to pour through the hole, completely flooding the outpost.
No! I hate water!
This quickly filled the river back up and carried me and the lions all the way back to the Crystal Oasis. Yes, the Amethyst Crystal is back to normal.
Alpha, what do we do?
Forget the plan! Kill them all!
The lions began to rush in and attack the iron camels. They weren't going down without a fight, but I could quickly tell that the lions' power was just too much for them.
Wolf, the crystal! Use it!
I swam over as fast as I could and grabbed the amethyst crystal, which caused me to grow even stronger as I gained 5 more hearts and new powerful abilities. Hold on, guys! I used my new dash to easily cross over the water and defend them.
I'm going to have fun tearing you apart!
The Lion Alpha came in and started to tear into me with his powerful claws. I was getting pushed back until an iron shield appeared in front of me.
I got your back, buddy!
With Stumpy's help, I was able to charge up another loud howl, finally taking down the Lion Alpha. With him gone, all of the other lions ran in fear. Yeah, we did it! On days 36 to 39, I brought Stumpy back to my base. And when we arrived, I saw Ramsey had already made himself a home.
To match my glorious golden coat, of course.
Yeah, right. With that, I made sure to build up a nice and comfy home for Stumpy next to his. Sorry about bringing the lions back to your place.
It's all right. You did what you had to save my people.
I'm glad you... But before I could finish my sentence, I was suddenly hit by a strange attack, causing my body
to shrink? Huh? What's happening?
I then felt something stomping up to me. I turned around, only to see a giant ant. On days 40 to 44, I was chased out of the base by the giant ant. I quickly ran into the tall grass and hid away from the monster. Okay, I need to figure out what happened to me and fix this right now. Ah! I quickly dashed away and made a break for it until coming across a massive river. With my small size, falling in would be deadly. Here goes nothing. I began to leap across the lily pads, and any I couldn't, I would dash across. I think I'm getting the hang of this. But as I said this, the giant ant slammed down in front of me. It bit down at me, but I was able to barely dodge out of the way, causing him to dig a hole below my feet. No! I fell down into a cave below. Ah! Looking around at my new surroundings, I saw that I was on a ledge, high above the Diamond Bear's mining operation.
The lions failed me too? No matter. Mine all the diamonds you can. I need all of my men stronger than ever before. My plans can finally be complete.
Right away, sir.
The alpha bear then left as I watched some of the bear eat the diamonds and grow stronger. Oh no, if they get more powerful, then no one will be strong enough to stop them. As I said this, the giant ant from before came crashing into the cave behind me. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. On days 45 to 47, the ant was about to take me down for good, when suddenly it was pierced from behind. What the? I looked up to see that a large copper mantis had saved me. Another ore animal. Oh, thank goodness you're here.
Don't thank me yet. I'm still deciding if I should eat you instead.
Oh, right. The mantis escorted me over to her den, where I was shoved in the middle of multiple giant ones.
Our power seems to have worked! So, do we get to taste his amethyst flesh now?
Oh, me first!
Wait, you guys did this to me?
We did, little wolf, to see if you really have what it takes to lead us ore animals to victory over the bears.
Please, I'll do anything to prove it to you. And I can't do that if you eat me, right? The mantises reluctantly all agreed, and the one from before led me over to the entrance of a strange tunnel.
This is your one and only test, Wolf. Navigate our tunnels and bring back the sacred copper nugget to us. If you do that, we will then decide if you still look tasty or not.
Sure thing. One copper nugget coming right up. On days 48 to 52, I began to navigate my way through the copper tunnels. But I quickly realized, this place is like a maze. I rounded a corner only to be knocked back by a powerful slash. Ah! When I looked up, I saw it was one of the copper mantises from the other room. What are you doing?
I just couldn't wait to eat you. Forget the others. You're mine.
He rushed forward, trying to tear me apart with his giant claws. Stay away from me! I blasted him in the face with my howl, completely disorienting him.
Ah!
With this opening, I quickly ran down a separate tunnel and found a cave full of different gems. And on one of the piles was another amethyst crystal. No way! But just then, I started to hear the hungry mantis catching up.
Where are you?
I have to hide! I jumped behind one of the piles of gems as the large creature came crawling in.
I know you're in here.
I gotta think of something fast! I had an idea and shot out my howl, knocking one of the gems loose across the room.
Ah!
He leapt towards the sound, giving me an opening to the amethyst crystal. On days 53 to 56, I dashed up to the crystal to grab it, and because of my small size, it empowered me even more. I gained 10 more hearts, and the crystal turned into my very own amethyst sword. Awesome!
What the? Come here, you stupid dog!
He came in to slash me once again, but this time, my newly upgraded diamond fur was too tough for him to cut through. Oh, now you really messed up! I unleashed my attacks directly at the mantis, hitting him back.
Look at this! You're no easy meal anymore!
He quickly crawled back through the tunnels, escaping the way he came. Looking over to the other end of the cave, I saw a copper glow coming from inside. Looks like I found the copper nugget. I headed deeper into the tunnel until it opened up into another cave with the nugget placed across the room. But as I walked out to grab it, lightning sparked up from the copper on the floor, blasting me back. Ah! Can this place get any worse? On days 57 to 59, I tried dashing over the pipes, timing my movements to avoid the shocks of electricity. I could easily clear the first few, patiently waiting for the right moment to get closer to the nugget. Just one more to go. But as I got to the final pipe, it sent down a constant blast of lightning, completely blocking me off. I've had it with all these games. I shot on my powers towards the pipe, covering them with a platform of amethyst blocks. Finally, I was able to go up and grab the copper nugget. Yes! After some time backtracking through the maze of tunnels, I made it back to the mantis's den. Thank goodness that's over with. Here you go.
Interesting. You actually did it. Maybe you are strong enough to stop the Diamond Bear's reign.
She blasted into me with the same strange power from before, causing me to grow back to my normal size. Yes! Oh, by the way, that mantis tried to eat me during my trial.
What? Who are you going to believe? This grape-flavored wolf or one of your own?
Hey, Amethyst Wolf!
Professor, you're okay.
All thanks to you. But I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You need to come see this.
On day 60 to 63, Professor Hoot led me over to a tree line where I could see a destroyed farm in the clearing. There, my captured wolf family were being put to work, gathering up food for the Diamond Bears.
We need as much food as our weak bodies can carry for our next hibernation.
Ah!
Wait, Dad!
Now, don't make any rash decisions. I think if we stay quiet, and you're just going to run in.
I charged out into the open to save my family. Stay away from them!
Oh, look at this! We gotta fight it, boys! Destroy him!
The bears came in to fight, but I was much stronger than I was before and used all the abilities at my disposal to take them down. Rah! Everyone, run to the trees! I'm going to! I was suddenly hit hard with a deadly slash, pushing me back. Ah! I looked up to see that one of the empowered bears was standing over me.
You may have been able to kill my weaker kin, but you're nothing compared to me!
He began to tear into me with his claws, overpowering me with his raw strength. No! No! But before he could land a final blow, the other amethyst wolves jumped in and surrounded him.
Looks like you're wrong. You are nothing compared to a pack!
He tried to fight his way out, but with all of our combined attacks, he didn't stand a chance. Dad, I'm so glad you're alive.
My boy, I'm so glad to see you too!
On days 64 to 68, I led my father and our pack back to my base, finally reuniting them with the rest of the family. I then took the time to expand the amethyst den, making sure to have enough room for every wolf. And done. Now to...
Don't worry about me. I practically did this in my sleep.
What are we gonna do now, Wolf? We can't let those bears get any stronger.
I know, but I still need to find that last amethyst crystal before I even stand a chance to face their alpha. Just then, I saw a weak-looking quartz cougar making their way into our home.
Amethyst Wolf, you must go to the jungle. Save the Guardian.
With that, the cougar died right in front of me. No, what's happening to the jungle? I used my hunting instincts to track the cougar's path back to the edge of the jungle, and I could quickly tell the whole place was dying. My senses also picked up on something else. Hey, get back here! On days 69 to 73, I ran after the small quartz creature. I'm not gonna hurt you, I just need to know what's going on. But it didn't listen and started to use its small size to weave into places I couldn't reach. Come on! I dashed over the wall, only to see that I had landed in the Quartz Kingdom. All around were countless cougars, who all looked weaker than ever.
Please, save us!
Huh? I looked over and saw the sick cougar queen next to her throne. What happened here?
Something has caused our jungle's guardian to go mad! He came through here, spreading his sickness to us!
Okay, just hold on. I'll find out what happened to him. As I said this, I heard something hiding nearby.
That golem! It must know where the guardian is!
All right, it won't get away from me this time. I quickly dashed after the golem, watching as it leapt between the trees to try and get away. Oh, no you don't! I shot out my powers, creating a wall of amethyst to stop it in midair.
Ow!
So, you do talk. Why are you running?
The Guardian, he's not well. He'll hurt anyone who comes close.
Please, I have to save the others. Show me where he is. On day 74 to 77, the small golem finally agreed to take me to the jungle's guardian. He brought me to the entrance of a quartz temple, and there inside was the largest golem I had ever seen.
Who dares come into my home?
He turned around to face me, and that's when I saw that he held the last amethyst crystal in his hand. Guardian, something is clearly wrong. Let me...
Something is wrong? It's all wrong!
He angrily slammed down onto the ground as I felt the entire temple shake.
Those stupid bears have nearly mined the world dry! Without any ores, I grow weak, and all I have left is this crystal to sustain me.
Let me help you! We can work through this!
Stay away from me!
He lashed out with another powerful slam, sending me flying back. Ah!
I told you this is a bad idea.
You are made of ore. Maybe I'll just use you!
Oh no! The Guardian rushed in and began to use his massive size to his advantage. Just one hit would fling me across the room, bringing me down to low health. He's too strong. I don't know what to do. On days 78 to 80, the Quartz Guardian was about to take me down. Out of pure fear, I slashed it back when something strange began to happen to the temple. Wait, I can heal whatever's affecting you?
No, you lie!
He ran up again and began to blast out at me with a poisonous attack. Ah, that's disgusting! I focused on my abilities and let out a powerful amethyst howl, hitting him head on. Because of this, the Guardian's body began to glow, and the room around us lit up as well.
Your attack, it healed me. Maybe there is still hope.
See? Now you get it! Just then, the small golem came running back into the room.
I can't believe it. You cleansed the temple too. But the cougars, they don't have much time.
Please, take the crystal and cleanse them too. We're right behind you.
I picked up the final amethyst crystal, causing all the ore's power to fill within me. I gained 5 more hearts and can now unleash a new amethyst burst. All right, see you there. On days 81 to 85, I rushed out of the temple and began to make my way back to the Cougar Kingdom. But as I started to run, the jungle itself was so weak. The ground gave out below me. Ah! I looked up to see more and more of the path was falling apart. And if I didn't hurry, I wouldn't make it to the cougars. Here goes nothing. I had to dash and leap between the crumbling platforms, trying not to fall into the lava below. Come on, come on. Almost there. I was about to make the final jump when all of the ground in front of me gave out again. However, I shot out my powers to make a platform and used it to make it into the kingdom.
Whoa! Hurry!
I ran to the center of the area and unleashed the full force of my new amethyst power. It washed over all of the cougars, cheering them all instantly.
Thank you, brave wolf. We are forever in your debt. And the guardian?
Don't worry. We didn't beat each other up too bad.
Speak for yourself. Suddenly, we were interrupted by a loud diamond explosion at the walls of the kingdom.
That's it, boys. Tear it all down.
No, what are they doing here? On days 86 to 90, the empowered diamond bears began to attack and destroy anyone in their path. I have to stop them. I was about to rush it, but the quartz golem cut me off.
Get the queen and her people out of here. I am the guardian of the jungle. Let me do this.
I nodded and began to escort the remaining cougars out of the kingdom.
Hey, bears! I think you've done enough. Look at this, men. The talking rock thinks it can stop us.
They began to rush in, but surprisingly, the guardian was knocking them back and was really putting up a fight.
Is that all you've got?
As he said this, though, he was struck hard by the bear Alpha.
Enough playing. You're mine.
He took down the golem with another powerful blow, and I watched in horror as he began to grow stronger.
My plans are finally complete. Nothing can stop me now.
No, I have to tell the others. He can't get away with this. On days 91 to 94, we safely escaped from the bear's attack and made it all the way back to my base. I made sure to build a new home for the cougars so that they could stay safe here.
Don't count us out. That bear made this personal now.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Let's show him who's boss.
Ooh, but first, a little snack.
You walk any closer and I'll cut you.
Guys, I'm sorry, but it's too dangerous. The bears have grown far too powerful now, and I can't risk all of you.
What are you talking about? You're not going in by yourself, are you? Oh my, you all underestimate the mind of a professor. Come here, dear boy. I have an idea.
I stood in the center of the base, as all the other Aura animals stood around me.
It's like a friendship circle. Do we get to share secrets now?
No, my friend. Now, we are all going to share our power with Fozo here, and make him an unstoppable force. All together now!
All at once, my friends shot all of their abilities towards me, as I felt my power begin to grow in strength. I gained 10 more hearts, and felt like the most powerful animal in the world. Sweet!
But we still don't know how strong the alpha bear really is. You'll have to take out his army first.
Oh, I have a plan for that. On days 95 to 99, I snuck my way back to the bear mining operation I found all those days ago. The diamond bears were all around, eating up all of the remaining diamonds they could.
Stay back! This one's mine!
Now, if I could just find a way to take them all out at once. I looked around the room and saw there were 2 large columns that supported the ceiling. Bingo! I waited for the bears to be distracted and dashed over to the closest one, breaking it down with a slash.
What the? Hey! Stop him!
The bear began to close in on me, but I used my speed to my advantage, dodging around the cave to avoid them. Ha ha! Gotta be faster then! But I was cut short as I was hit back by the alpha. Ah!
You stupid wolf. What do you think you're doing?
Finally making you pay for all you've done! My words enraged him, making him charge in recklessly. I dodged to the side though, causing him to break the final column. I quickly used my dash to escape the cave, but all of the bears weren't fast enough. So long, diamond bears. But as I said this, I saw another wall of the cave burst open as the enraged alpha managed to survive.
No, You're going to pay!
On day 100, I was face to face with the Diamond Bear Alpha. He wasted no time and rushed in to slash me down. I began to use all my Amethyst power to hold him back, as I knew I had to keep my distance or he would just tear me apart. I was able to land some powerful blows, but his rage made him much more resistant to my attacks.
I will not fail because of some prideful wolf. I will rule this world by myself if I have to!
He came up for another slash, but I used my Amethyst first to send him flying back.
Ah!
You want to rule by fear and taking anything you want. We could have all worked together to make all the ore animals one single pack.
Ha! You think I would share my kingdom with someone like you?
He began to charge up another powerful attack, which would take me down for good. So I dashed up and unleashed the most powerful attack I could at close range, which finally took him down for good. Yes! And with that, the world can now finally live in peace. On day 1, I spawned in as a baby amethyst tiger on a cliff overlooking my jungle home. My entire kingdom was looking up at our massive amethyst crystal that was being guarded by my father.
This is the heart of our jungle, my boy. And one day, it will be your job to protect it.
Wait, me? But as I said this, a dark shadow washed overhead, completely claiming our home. Marching in from it was an army of shadow tigers.
No, brother, what have you done?
Silence, King. With this new power, I will claim the entire jungle.
He shot out his shadowy abilities, completely corrupting our crystal. And on his command, his men began to take down every amethyst tiger in sight.
No!
My father rushed in to fight against his brother, while I was cowering behind him in fear. It was obvious he was the strongest of us amethyst tigers, but it still wasn't enough.
Oh, brother, you were never fit to rule this jungle.
You won't get away with this, Onyx. This is our home. We will stop you.
We? You mean your weak little cub? You can't even beat me, and I'll make an example out of both of you.
He went in to take us down, but my father slashed the floor below us, sending us deep into the unknown. On day 2, my father and I fell down through the cracked ground, landing deep in some ancient ruins. Dad!
My son, listen to me. You have to stop Onyx.
But how? He's too strong.
You must gather the amethyst totems from each tribe, bring them together, and stop your uncle.
What about you?
I'm not gonna make it. I believe in you, our rightful king. This is your kingdom now. Fight for it.
No! Dad! I can't do this alone. But just then, I heard a voice shout from outside of the ruins.
Help! These people are crazy!
Huh? I ran outside to see a red panda was being chased around by a group of poachers.
Don't let that furball get away! Its fur is gonna be worth a fortune!
They had him cornered and were about to take him down. No one messes with my jungle. Leave him alone. I ran up, and out of pure instinct, my claws sent out an amethyst slash, hitting the poacher's back. Whoa, I have powers?
What the? An amethyst tiger? Oh, your hide must be worth 5 times as much as that rat's.
They began to focus their attacks on me and even tried to trap me. Oh no! I slashed one of them to the side and saw that the red panda was abandoning me? Hey! But because I was distracted, the poachers were able to trap me inside of a cage.
Hey, we aren't letting you slip away, you stupid cat.
On day 3, the poachers placed me in the center of their jungle camp, surrounded by all of their stolen loot and other captured jungle animals. I can't believe this. First my dad, and now this? I'll never be strong enough to save my jungle. Just then, out of nowhere, a fire suddenly erupted at the edge of the camp.
Ah! The supply kit's on fire! Grab some water!
The camp erupted into chaos as I saw all kinds of captured animals escape as the fire broke out. Hey, somebody, help! And just then, I saw the red panda from before snuck up to me. Wait, you came back?
Well, yeah. You saved me, so I'm just returning the favor.
She bit through the cage, quickly freeing me. However, one of the poachers took notice.
Hey, it's that stupid furball again.
He ran in to attack my friend, but I jumped in the way, taking him down with a slash. Because of this, we were able to run off into the tree line, finally escaping their camp.
Thanks for saving me again. My friends call me Tofu, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Tofu. Just then, a group of escaped monkeys came charging by.
Whoa! Come on, boys! We're gonna miss the totem dance party!
Wait, a totem? They might have what my father told me about. I need to follow them. Tofu and I split up as I followed the monkeys deeper into the jungle until I started to hear some strange music. I walked out to see the colorful monkey tribe's home with a dance floor, and looking across to the other side, I saw that the music was coming from a shiny amethyst monkey totem. That must be it. I ran across the dance floor towards it, but as I did, I was cut off by the large monkey king.
Who dares interrupt King Bongo's garoo?
Whoa, look, I just need your totem really quick, then...
Oh, no, no, no! You are trespassing! Take him down, boys!
On day 4, I was suddenly trapped on the dance floor in the middle of the monkey village. Huh?
You hear that?
Suddenly, I felt the ground shake below me as parts of the floor started to fall away. Whoa! I quickly was forced to jump around, trying to avoid the dark pit below.
No fun! No fun!
The monkeys all around started to throw bananas at me. Ow! What the?
Dance, kitty! Dance!
You guys really take dancing this seriously? One hit me again, almost causing me to fall off. No! Thankfully, I let out a powerful burst of amethyst, which rebuilt the entire floor.
Ooh, pretty.
Did you break my dance floor?
King Bongo angrily screamed towards me, sending out a blast that sent me flying back. Yeah! I hit the monkey totem though, and as I did, I felt its spirit connect within me as I upgraded. I grew larger in size, gained 5 more hearts, and can now shoot out my own amethyst blast. Awesome!
What have you done to our totem, you thief?
On day 5, King Bongo angrily charged straight at me. Wait, stop! But he didn't listen and continued to shoot out loud attacks my way. This time though, I fired off my new amethyst attack, hitting him head on.
Incredible! You can control the spirit of the totem?
It looks like it, but I'm not quite sure what they are.
Each amethyst totem holds the spirit of our ancestors. Monkey, panda, snake, elephant, and gecko. No one outside their own kind has ever tapped into another totem's power before. The jungle itself has chosen you, young cub.
Whoa, then with all of them, maybe I can stop my uncle from corrupting the jungle.
You must hurry! Seek out the next totem, hidden deep in the bamboo jungle.
I thanked the monkey tribe before following their directions to the bamboo jungle, which was over a large river. I quickly ran across, but as I did, something massive came swimming down the river and destroyed it. I really hope I don't have to face whatever that was. On day 6, I navigated through the bamboo until finally coming across a beautiful grove full of pandas. Hello, I'm here for an amethyst totem.
Oh, you mean our food maker?
I looked over to see the pandas had their totems sitting at the end of the table, and one of them hit it, causing it to shoot out all kinds of food. Yeah, that's it, all right. Please, I need its power to help save the jungle.
Well, if you want, you gotta pass the trial of desserts.
I agreed and followed the panda to the edge of a nearby lake with huge bamboo poles sticking out of the water.
The trial is simple. Cross the lake and bring the sacred beans back to us at the table.
You mean those cocoa beans over there? All right, here goes nothing. I jumped onto the first bamboo stalk, but as I did, all of it began to rise up and down on their own. Whoa! I carefully timed my jumps and began to pounce from pole to pole as fast as I could. However, one of the stalks shot up faster than I expected, causing me to miss the jump. No! Thankfully, I blasted down towards the water, which pushed me back up towards the top.
Do it again! Do it again!
I finally made it to the end and grabbed a handful of the sacred cocoa beans. I did it!
Tiger? I'd start running if I were you!
Wait, what? What's wrong? On day 7, I was halfway back across the bamboo when some of the poles suddenly crashed down into the water. What the? Not good! There, leaping out towards the pandas, was a massive megalodon.
No! He's back!
Someone save the beetroot!
The pandas started to panic as the shark tore through everything in their home, trying to eat them whole. Their home, just like my kingdom. I can't let him take it from them. The giant shark was about to eat him whole in one bite, so I jumped down and hit it back with an amethyst blast. Hey, over here! I caught its attention as it came rushing up to me with blinding speed. I tried to move out of the way, but with just one hit, I was taken down to low hearts. I have to get to the totem. It's my only chance. On day 8, I sprinted straight toward the panda's amethyst totem as the megalodon was thrashing behind me. I leapt towards it just before the shark reached me, and as I did, I felt its power rush through my body as I upgraded again. I grew larger in size with 5 more hearts and brand new amethyst abilities. Yes, let's see how you like it. The megalodon lunged at me again, but I countered with the powerful amethyst bite. I then focused on my powers and sent them out to form a wall of amethyst blocks, trapping it on dry land. Not so tough without water. With this, I was able to finish the megalodon off with a final hit.
He did it! Our hero is here!
The pandas came running in, offering me all the food they could as thanks. But our celebration was cut short as a dark shadow covered the grove. Oh no, we need to go! Suddenly, a blast of dark energy tore through the grove, turning the panda's once peaceful corner of the jungle into a horrifying shadow realm.
The young tiger prince lives. Your father fell much quicker than I expected.
Don't talk about my father like that! You're a monster!
My brother was weak, but even you will never live up to his name. He's gone, and this entire jungle is now mine.
His words enraged me as I rushed in to attack. However, he laughed and sent out another deadly blast of shadow, corrupting the ground below me. Because of this, I fell into a pit of pure shadow. On days 9 to 10, I fell down through the darkness, landing in a cave deep beneath the grove. Where am I? I looked up where I came from to see veins of shadow corrupting more and more of the cave. I gotta go! As I began to sprint down the cave tunnels, the shadow kept following behind me until suddenly 2 corrupted tigers burst from the walls. They instantly lunged in to attack. I dodged the first one and countered the second with the amethyst slash, knocking it back against the wall. This caused it to drop a strange shadow fragment. What's this? Before I picked it up, the other tiger roared and unleashed another attack, blasting me across the tunnel.
You can't stop him! Onyx's power is only growing. The more his corruption spreads, the more powerful we'll all become! Soon, the jungle won't even remember what the light looked like.
You're lying! I watched as the shadows continued to spread around the cave, and I knew that if I stayed, I was done for. I turned and saw there was an exit. I have to make it out of here, now! On days 11 and 12, I sprinted towards the exit of the cave, but the shadow tigers weren't done yet. They came leaping after me, firing out their corrupted attacks to try and take me down. Nope, not today. Just as I made it outside, I fired out another amethyst blast, blasting the cave entrance behind me. Man, they're only getting stronger the longer it takes me to get these totems. I have to hurry. I turned back into the jungle when I heard a familiar voice.
Whoa! What happened to you?
Hey, shadow tigers actually, and they've gotten stronger.
Oh no, Well, forget about that for now. I gotta show you something.
She led me behind a wall of vines and into a hidden jungle base. The clearing was stocked with food, supplies, and even a house for the two of us.
Been building this ever since we split up. Welcome to Camp Tofu.
Sweet, thanks. I began to look around the area, and from the top of the base, I could see far across the jungle. There, floating above the tree, was the corrupted amethyst crystal from my kingdom. That's the cause of all of this. I have to make my dad proud and purify it. Oh, and that reminds me. I went over to Tofu and handed her the shadow fragment from the cave. Found this on one of the shadow tigers. Do you think we could use it to find more about the corruption?
Absolutely. Leave it to me.
She went off into her house with the item, just as I noticed a glowing amethyst light coming from outside of the base. Is that another totem? I headed off toward the glow, but as I got closer, something felt off. It's a fake! Now! Suddenly, a reinforced cage slammed down around me, trapping me inside. What the? When I looked up, I saw the human poachers from before had trapped me.
Gotcha, little kitty cat. This time, you ain't getting away so easily.
Oh no. On days 13 to 14, the poachers sold me off to a zoo? I was locked in a tiny cage, surrounded by a crowd of villagers. Ooh, look at the shiny jungle kitty. I don't have time for this. I tried to claw at the bars, but they didn't budge.
You hate it here too, huh?
Huh? I looked up to see a colorful parrot was in the cage with me? What the? Who are you?
The name's Skippy, and I've been trying to get my family out of this zoo for years. Maybe we can cut a deal if you help me break them out?
Okay, but what's in it for me? The parrot led me to the other side of the cage, where I could see the bird habitat, and there inside was an amethyst glow. You guys have another totem?
Yep, and if you free my brothers and sisters, it's all yours.
Easier said than done. Just then, I looked over to see a zoo guard was trying to repair the llama's exhibit.
Stupid animals always chewing through their cage. You guys'll do anything for food, won't you?
And I think I have an idea. On days 15 to 16, I walked over to the boundary between me and the llama's exhibit.
Oh, so bored.
What? Food!
You guys want some food? Oh, look, ice cream.
Ice cream?
I like ice cream!
My words excited the llamas, who grouped together and rammed into their cage.
Hey, cut that out!
They couldn't contain themselves and went charging right through the exhibit. Yeah, the zoo erupted into chaos as the herd began to trample everyone in their path. The guards were so distracted by the llamas that me and Skipper were able to sneak out and run right towards the bird habitat.
Nice one, Tiger! Only a matter of time until we're home free!
But as he said this, one of the guards ran around the corner and took notice.
A predator escaped! Code Red!
He pulled out a controller and hit a button, causing a gate to open and reveal a massive zoo golem?
I don't suppose you have any other ideas?
On day 17 to 18, the golem came running in, swinging its giant arm down towards me. Whoa! He's too strong! I kept trying to dodge his attacks, but the golem was relentless and chased after me around the zoo. Thankfully, though, Skippy swooped in and started flying around its head, distracting it.
We need to find how to shut this thing off!
I looked around and finally spotted the zoo guard holding a controller. Bingo! With the opening, I sprinted right towards him.
Ah! Bad kitty!
He tried to run, but I bit into him, destroying the controller. This caused the golem to freeze and completely shut down.
We did it! Now let's move!
We raced into the bird habitat, where I saw an elderly parrot standing next to the totem.
Skippy, why have you brought this predator into our home?
Don't worry, I'm here to help. I just need the totem first. The parrots allow me to walk over and grab it, causing its power to upgrade me. I ran over and grabbed it, allowing its power to upgrade me once again. I gained 5 more hearts and grew into an adult tiger and gained a brand new amethyst roar. I used my new attack to burst open the bird's exhibit, allowing them to freely fly out of the zoo.
Thank you, Tiger. I've heard you're trying to stop that wretched shadow tiger. You should search out the lost amethyst throne.
Then, I guess I know where I'm heading next. On days 19 to 21, I made sure the parrots knew where my base was. As I took off into the jungle, I followed their direction straight to a tunnel, leading deep underground. Alright, here goes nothing. After a short time of journeying far under the jungle, I came across a large hallway covered in powerful amethyst, and at the end was the throne the parrots were talking about. Sweet! But just then, a deep booming voice echoed throughout.
I see. Another challenger has come to claim the lost amethyst treasure.
What? Who said that? Huge sections of the floor slid open, revealing deadly pits lined with the razor-sharp spikes. There was still a path around them though, but as I walked down it, large amethysts around the room started to glow. Wild beams of pure energy fired across the chamber, hitting me back and taking out a ton of my hearts. I have to reach that throne. I need to get stronger. I began to rush down the hall, dodging the deadly lasers as best as I could. But another struck me again, causing me to be knocked down to extremely low hearts. On days 22 to 26, I struggled to dodge the last few traps, keeping me from reaching the throne. Come on, Fozo, you've got this. As I said this though, another deadly beam fired straight toward me, but I summoned a wall of amethyst blocks, blocking it. Now's my chance. With that, I was finally able to reach the lost amethyst throne.
Are you worthy, cub?
Yes, I am! Without thinking, I let out a powerful amethyst roar directly towards the throne. And as it struck, it burst out a magical light that formed into my father! Dad!
Hello, my son. You've come far, but the jungle still faces its greatest darkness.
The corrupted crystals?
It's not just corrupting the jungle, it's killing it. The more Onyx's shadow spreads, the harder it will be to heal what's left.
But what if I'm not strong enough? I don't know if I can lead like you.
You will know when you are ready. I believe in you.
My father's spirit began to fade, but in his place was a strange amethyst crown. Dad, I won't let you down. All the traps were now disarmed, so I made my way back up toward the surface. But just as I did,
Fozo! Oh, thank goodness you're still here. Something's wrong with that weasel fella at your base.
no, what happened to Tofu? On days 27 and 29, I raced back to my base as fast as I could. As I burst through the tree line, I saw it. Our home was beginning to be covered in shadow corruption, and Tofu was recklessly destroying everything. Stop! I ran towards her, but when I got close, I saw that she had been completely turned into a shadow red panda.
You did this!
What? She rushed in, firing blasts of dark energy to try and take me down. Tofu, hold on! I let out a strong amethyst roar like none other, which hit her. But instead of hurting her, I purified the corruption in a single hit. Whoa, I can do that?
Bozo? You did it! Oh, thank goodness! I was studying that shadow fragment you found, and just when I figured it out, it took hold of me!
What do you mean? She threw out the shadowy fragment as it started to float and spin up in the air.
It's not just some crystal, it's a compass!
It suddenly stopped and began rapidly flying off in the direction it was pointing. Whoa, I have to follow it! On days 30 to 32, I chased after the shadow compass as fast as I could. It was leading me to a new area of the jungle that became more and more dark. Has the corruption already made it here? I'm running out of time. I was about to catch up when suddenly a snake jumped from the trees and grabbed it. Huh?
Finally! This will do! Oh no!
Hey, give that back! I took off after the snake, but he clearly knew the area of the jungle and was slithering past any obstacle in his way. Thinking quickly though, I shot out an amethyst roar that tore down a tree in front of him. Aha!
Wait! Please! You don't understand! I need this offering!
Offering? What are you talking about? I made sure to stay close, as the snake led me over to a clearing full of his snake people. But there, on a pile of treasure and food, was their leader, right next to the amethyst totem.
Bring me more. I don't care what it costs. Your lives are nothing compared to mine.
See? He's demanding that we give him everything we have. If I don't offer him something, they'll kill me.
I can't believe it. Something more must be going on here. But before I had time to think, one of the snakes came slithering up behind us.
What the? Intruder!
On days 33 to 35, the snakes pushed us out into the clearing, in front of their massive leader.
Well, well. If it isn't the wannabe king of the jungle. And you, Monty, you dare bring this outsider into our home? You'll share his punishment.
He then commanded his men to reveal a large pit behind us. Wait! This is just a misunderstanding. I only came here to help against the Shadow Tigers.
Throw them both into the maze. Your king has decided their fate.
No! But they didn't listen and shoved me and Monty back into the pit. I looked around at my new surroundings to see we were now trapped in a dark, mossy maze. There is definitely something wrong with your king.
Wait! I still have your compass!
Monty threw it out, and it began to point us away through the maze. Nice thinking. But just as I said that, the walls around us started to shake as they moved in towards us.
Run!
We sprinted as fast as we could, trying not to get crushed. I was able to tell, though, we weren't gonna make it. Hold on! I sent out a blast of my powers, making a bar of amethyst blocks to hold the walls back. And because of this, we barely made it before they crushed us. The exit to the maze. There it is. But as we ran towards it, something came bursting through the wall. A corrupted golem? The corruption is here too. On days 36 to 39, the golem charged straight in to attack. It's too strong.
Wait, I have an idea.
Monty slithered forward, dodging around the golem's feet and keeping it in place. What are you doing?
Look up!
I did as he said and saw a chunk of loose rocks on the ceiling. Right! I shot out an amethyst blast right at it, causing the rubble to come crashing down. Monty dodged out of the way and the golem was completely encased. Sweet. With that, we were finally able to make it out of the dark maze and back up to the snake's kingdom.
You survived? Unexpected, but meaningless.
What is going on with you? Can't you see I'm trying to save all of the jungle? But I then noticed that the shadow compass was pointing right at the snake leader. Wait a minute, is he corrupted? The leader's eyes darkened as he roared out into the air.
Finally! I don't have to hide my true intent. Die, tiger!
Without warning, he blasted a wave of dark energy at me, nearly taking me down in a hit.
He is not our king anymore! We have to save the tiger! Do it! For our home!
The corrupted snake charged in again to take me down for good, when suddenly he was attacked by all of the other snakes. While he was distracted, I looked over to see the amethyst snake totem glowing in the piles of stolen treasure. I raced over and touched it, causing a surge of strength to flood into me. My hunting instincts sharpened. I gained 5 more hearts and had brand new amethyst abilities. Sweet. With my new power, I dashed in, hitting the corrupted snake with one final amethyst pounce.
No! My power! No!
You did it, Fozo! You saved us all!
I couldn't have done it without you guys. Now come on, this place isn't safe anymore. On days 40 to 44, I led the snake safely back to my base. And thankfully, when we arrived, the parrots and the monkey tribe had moved in and fixed up the place.
I said I was sorry, all right?
I then took the time to build up the snakes a home so that no one could hurt them again.
Thanks, Fozo! You can count on us for anything you need.
Don't mention it. Afterwards, I started walking over to my house and pulled out the amethyst crown I received from my father's spirit. I still don't know what this is for, but I promise I'll make you proud, Dad. Just then, King Bongo came swinging into my room. Whoa! What's got you so hyper?
What do you mean? I'm always like this. Oh, right. I just remembered something about the jungle elephants. They are a mighty tribe that knew your father.
And they should have the next amethyst totem. Where are they now? King Bongo gave me some directions as I headed out to a cavernous region of the jungle. But when I arrived, there was a large wall of vines blocking my path. What the? I don't have time for this. I dashed into the wall with my amethyst pounce to claw at the vines, but it didn't budge. Suddenly, the earth around me began to shift as large vines appeared all around me. Would you believe me if I said I was just trying to knock? On days 45 to 47, the enchanted vines lashed out, trying to slam into me. I blasted them back with my amethyst roar, but they just kept appearing. There's gotta be some way to take them down. As I said this, I accidentally stepped on a strange glowing flower on the ground. Huh? Suddenly, part of the vine wall got weaker. That's it. I looked around and spotted 2 more glowing flowers in the area. The vines were keeping up the pressure though, so I used my amethyst pounce to leap across, dodging vines trying to slam me down. I clawed into the second flower, causing the wall to get even weaker. Only one left. But before I could run to it, the vines had completely surrounded me and began hitting me back and forth. Ah, stop! I let out a roar like none other, causing them all to wither away. With that, I was able to pounce onto the last flower, finally causing all the vines of the entrance to go away. I did it! Now, why were they sealed away like this?
That fool. Prepare our assault.
On days 48 to 52, I made my way deeper down the hidden path until I started to feel the ground shaking below me. What the? There, charging around the corner, came a herd of massive elephants.
Who dares enter our sanctuary?
Wait! You knew my father. I need your help to stop the shadow tigers. The herd stopped their charge and surrounded me.
I see. But we have sealed ourselves away for a reason, Tiger. The shadows cannot be stopped.
What? No, together we can face them. You don't have to hide anymore.
Hide? You think we are cowards?
I never said that. But before I could react, one of the elephants hit me in the back of the head, and I passed out.
You are trying to force us into a losing battle.
I opened my eyes to see that I was thrown in the middle of a stone arena. What's going on?
First you break into our sacred home, then lie about being the next Jungle King, and call us cowards? I will not let this go unpunished!
Wait, let me explain.
I've heard enough of your babbling. Goodbye, Tiger!
With that, the elephant leader stomped his foot, causing the arena floor to shake all around me as multiple stone warriors rose out of the ground. On days 53 to 56, the stone warriors came charging in to attack. I tried to keep my distance with my amethyst abilities, but there were just too many of them. One struck me back with their powerful spear, pushing me into a corner. No, I can't die here. I thought back to my people and the kingdom my uncle took from me and my father. I'll make you proud, Dad. I won't give up. With loud amethyst roars, I started blasting back the soldiers with my new courage. And as I did, I felt my father's crown glow within me. What is it doing? But before I could find out, I heard the elephants outside the arena shouting?
No! Stay away from us!
Wait, what? What's going on? I had to think quickly and began to shoot out my powers to create platforms of amethyst blocks leading up the walls. The stone warriors tried to slow me down, but it was too late because I dashed up and climbed out of the arena. Haha! I looked around, and there was a dark shadow over the entire area. And that's when I saw that my Uncle Onyx had found the elephant tribe.
So much for the strongest jungle animal.
No, stay away from them! On days 57 to 59, I watched in horror as the shadow tigers began to take down every elephant in sight. And one of them was about to take the amethyst totem. Stop! I rushed up and bit one of them back, but this grabbed Onyx's attention.
There you are, little cub. Thank you for opening the door for us. You led us right to these weaklings.
You followed me. But the moment I hesitated, my uncle dashed in and hit me back with his powerful claws. Yeah!
You've stood in my way for far too long, nephew. Not anymore.
Please, Tiger, if you are who you say you are, if you are our king, then do something!
Onyx was about to take me down with one final hit when I suddenly felt a bright light appear around me. What the? The amethyst crown from my father lit up the area, sending a wave of purifying light out from me.
Yeah, that power! He really is the heir to the jungle!
More shadow tigers rushed in to try and take me down, but I would just easily blast them away with the crown's power. Ha ha! I felt unstoppable until the crown's power faded? That's not good.
Hurry, Bozo! We must run while they're still stunned!
With that, the remaining elephants and I escaped and barely made it out alive. On days 60 to 63, the elephants and I safely escaped to another clearing in the jungle. I couldn't stop him. I wasn't strong enough.
You were stronger than any of us dared to be. You gave us hope again, King Tiger.
I'm glad. Wait, we left the amethyst totem behind. I was about to run back when the elephant leader stepped in front of me. He revealed that they had grabbed the totem. Yes! I ran up and grabbed it, causing the amethyst power to begin to upgrade me. I gained 5 more hearts, and now had the unstoppable strength of an elephant. All right. I then threw out my father's crown. What about this? It looked like it's the key to stopping my uncle, but it ran out of power.
The geckos would know. They are the keepers of knowledge in the jungle. If anyone understands ancient magic, it's them.
Then, that's where I'm going next. The elephants began to march their way to my base as I followed their directions to a coastal edge of the jungle. And once I broke the tree line, I found a beautiful cove, but there wasn't an animal in sight. However, there on a sandbar along the water was the final amethyst totem. On days 64 to 68, I walked across the sandbar towards the totem, but as I did, 2 colorful geckos jumped down in front of me.
Yeah, whoa is right, you crazy feline.
Yeah! Didn't your mother teach you to ask before barging into someone's home?
Oh, sorry, I think we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Fozo, and
We know who you are. Now beat it before you bore us to death.
in a flash of speed, the 2 geckos jumped into the amethyst totem and began running away? What the? Guys! I chased after them along the coast until I used my pounce to dash in front of them. Listen, I just need your help, and I heard you guys are the smartest animals in the jungle.
That's right. But now, nothing is a challenge for us anymore. So whatever problem you're having, it's already so boring.
Please, there has to be something I could do to convince you.
You know what? No one's been around to play our gecko games in a while. How about you play us in a few games, and if you win best 2 out of 3, we'll hear you out. But if you lose, you'll finally leave us alone.
Deal. The geckos led me over to a clearing with spots cleared out in the dirt.
First game, building contest. Whoever can make the coolest jungle tree wins.
All right, that's easy. I raced around the area, grabbing all kinds of materials and building them up into a large jungle tree. And done. But when I looked over, the geckos had only planted a simple sapling. But before I could finish my sentence, one of them used something on the sapling, causing it to grow into a massive tree.
Learn smarter, not harder.
1 point for Team Geckos.
On days 69 to 73, the geckos raced ahead, leading me straight to the next challenge.
Time for round 2, a shooting contest.
We lined up in front of a group of melons, hanging from vines across the clearing.
Whoever hits 10 targets the fastest wins. Winners will go first.
Instantly, the 2 geckos began to shoot out tongues at crazy speeds, hitting all melons in 10 seconds. Whoa, guess that's my time to beat. I got in position as they set up more targets.
Ready? Go!
I began to slash and blast at every melon, using all the abilities I had to my advantage. But I could quickly tell I wasn't gonna beat their time. I had an idea though, and in the last seconds, leapt to the side so I could hit both of the last melons at once. Ha! Take that!
Okay. That was kinda awesome.
1 point for the tiger. It's all tied up. Now for the final round.
Hide and seek!
Find both of us before sunset, or you lose.
Alright, sounds easy enough. But before I could even finish my thought, they zipped into the jungle and vanished. They can turn invisible, can't they? On day 74 to 77, I ran after the geckos into the jungle, but they were just too stealthy. No! I have to find a way to track them. Oh, I'm a tiger. I focused on my natural instinct as a hunter, causing my eyes to focus on a small trail of footprints. Aha! And by following them, I was led right to the foot of a tree. Come on out! I sent out a loud amethyst roar, shaking the tree and sending the first gecko falling down.
Alright. You got me.
1 down, 1 to go. I scanned the area, but nothing was catching my attention. I have to think smart here. Wait, that's it. As the sun was about to set, I stood in the middle of a clearing and began to shout out. I guess I was wrong. The geckos really are too smart for me, huh? Maybe I am just a boring, dumb tiger. I spun around towards the left and fired out another roar, which revealed the last gecko just in time.
Whoa! You really got me there. All right, a deal's a deal. What do you need our help with?
I showed them my father's crown and explained to them how I need it and their totem's power to stop the shadow tigers.
Ah, I see. Follow me. We have just the thing.
On days 78 to 80, the geckos brought me back to the bay to work on the amethyst crown.
Before you know it, that crown will be shinier than...
But suddenly, we were interrupted by a massive explosion that blew up the gecko's house? What?
No! I had so many melon slices in there!
I looked over to see that the poacher from before had found me and now had powerful looking mechs?
Tiger, you ruined our business. We should have killed you a long time ago. No more cages, just death.
They commanded their mechs to charge forward as they came in to attack and destroy everything in their path. No! I ran out to try and stop them and began to use all the abilities I had against them. However, it was 2 versus 1, and they were starting to overwhelm me.
Ha ha! That's what you get, you stupid cat. Hey, look at these stupid lizards. Let's blow them up too.
The flying mech turned its attention towards the gecko and fired off a rocket directly at them. Wait! I barely managed to dash in the way, taking the hit. But this caused me to be knocked down to extremely low hearts. On days 81 to 85, I was about to be taken down by the poacher's mechs when suddenly a gecko tongue slapped one of them.
Hey, take cans! Over here!
The mechs began to chase after the geckos as they used their small size and speed to run around.
What are they doing? I don't know, just kill them already.
With this opening, I looked over to see the amethyst gecko totem in the water. I need its power. Now! I started to sprint towards it, but this caused the poachers to take notice.
What? Stop him!
Missiles flew through the air and exploded all around me, but I dashed just in time to touch the totem. A wave of the jungle's strength rushed through me as I upgraded. I gained 5 more hearts and now had the ability to camouflage just like the geckos. Oh yeah!
No! This is bad, Ronnie! Keep your cool, man!
They fearfully looked around, but I used my new ability to pounce out at them while invisible, finally destroying them. Give it up, you two. It's over, so just stay out of my jungle.
Okay, I'm never hurting animals again! Don't leave me!
That was awesome!
Yeah, great work! Only thing is, all the supplies we need to fix a crowd were just blown to pieces.
Oh no, maybe we'll have what you need back at my base. Come on. On days 86 to 90, I was making my way back to base when we all came across a view of my old tiger kingdom. The shadow corruption had gotten even worse as dark tendrils covered the area, and there in front of the large crystal was Onyx and another amethyst tiger.
This land will be mine!
Without hesitation, he struck down the other tiger with a deadly attack, and I watched as the large crystal's corruption grew once again. He's a monster! I need to...
You crazy, pal? Did you see what he just did to that guy?
Yeah, you're right. We need more help.
My nephew has escaped our grasp for too long. The last living amethyst tiger has what we need. The crystal cannot become fully corrupted until we have the key, the amethyst crown.
What? That's why my father gave it to me.
Once it's within my grasp, the entire jungle will belong to me, under my shadow.
His army roared out with him and began to prepare to hunt me down. This isn't good. We need to find the crown before it's too late. On days 91 to 94, I rushed back to base with the geckos as fast as we could. The moment we arrived, Tofu came running up.
Whoa, what's happening?
No time. We need to fix the crown. Now!
You got any rare minerals? Gold?
Melon slices? Take anything you need. I've got supplies in my house.
The three of them ran off into his house to start working on it, just as I started to hear something outside of our home. Oh no, the army of shadow tigers burst into the base, coming to take the crown. They followed us. I leapt back trying to keep them from reaching Tofu's house, but there were just too many of them. No! Suddenly, the ground shook as the elephant herd came storming in and pushed the shadow tigers back.
Stand your ground! Protect the little ones!
Right behind them came King Bongo and the monkey tribe, swinging down the trees into the fight.
Wanna dance, little kitty? Away!
With all of our strength combined, we were able to take down the shadow tigers before they could get the crown. Thanks, everyone. Just then, I heard someone calling out to me.
Bozo! Bozo! It's ready!
On days 95 to 99, Tofu came running up and threw down the restored amethyst crown.
Let's do this, Bozo! You're ready!
Thank you. I grabbed it as the power of the jungle surged through me. I now had 40 hearts and grew even larger in size as I became the full-on king of the jungle. Awesome. Now I can finally stop Onyx.
But wait, if you go back to the crystal, won't you be giving him exactly what he wants?
I can't let him get away with this though. This is still our home, and I'm gonna turn it back to what it once was.
Then we believe in you, King Tiger.
With that, I raced out of the base and headed straight toward the heart of the jungle. But the closer I got, the skies and trees around me started to get darker and darker. I'm not afraid anymore, Onyx. As I said this, shadowy tendrils burst up from the ground below me. Wah! They hit me back and caused me to move slower. I tried to send out my amethyst blast, but instead, the crown's power shot out in a purifying beam of light. After clearing out more of the corruption along the way, I made it back to my old home to face my uncle. On day 100, I stepped into the shattered ruins of my old home, finally face to face with Onyx.
So, the little cub finally returns. You wear his crown, but you will never live up to his name.
You're right. I'm not him, but I'm gonna lead this jungle better than you ever could. My words angered him, and he charged in to attack. He summoned more shadowy tendrils from the ground, trying to trap me. But I can now unleash the crown's power, clearing the corruption in a flash of bright light.
What power! Just imagine what the crown would be like in my hands.
Not gonna happen. We continued to trade hits until I finally sent him flying back with the powerful slash.
No, this can't be. I was made to rule. I will kill you like the rest.
Please, Uncle, this ends now. He came charging in again, so I focused all my power into the amethyst crown and sent out one final blast of light. Its power struck Onyx and the heart of the jungle, covering them both in its purifying light. The crystal was now fully clean of the shadow's corruption, and it also turned my uncle back to his amethyst tiger form.
What have I done? All of this anger just for death.
Uncle, you're back. It's all right. With all the shadows gone, we can finally rebuild this kingdom together. On day 1, I spawned in as a baby amethyst lion. I was in my cave home, overlooking countless ore-themed animals.
Look around, son. Soon this empire will belong to you. But for now, stay close to me, your king.
Whoa, sure thing, Dad. Just then, the cave shook around us as large diamond spikes fell through the ceiling. Not only did it destroy our amethyst savanna cave, but it also killed any animal in our kingdom.
No! Why is this happening?
It's time this kingdom has a new ruler. With this new diamond power, all of us hyenas are now unstoppable!
I watched in horror as diamond hyenas easily took down anyone that stood in their way. No! Our kingdom! I tried to find my dad, but quickly ran into a dead end. I thought I was gonna be next, until my father stepped in and protected me.
My boy, these hyenas, they're stronger than us in every way. We must protect our home.
Protect your home? This is our empire now. We are Diamond. It's time we finally hunt you lions.
He let out a deadly blast towards us, causing both of us to fall off the edge. On day 2, my father and I fell deep into the cave. Ah!
No, we can't stop them unless...
As he said this, more diamond spikes burst through the room all around us, leaving only a small hole that only I could fit through. Dad!
Son, you need to get out of here, now!
But I won't leave you behind. You're our king.
Not anymore. You must be the king to our people now. Leave! Find a way to save our kingdom. I believe in you.
Before I could say anything, my father hit me into the hole right before he fell into the unknown. Dad! Me save our kingdom? But how? Just then, I was hit with a pickaxe. Yeah! I turned around to see 3 zombie miners staring at me.
Ooh, amethyst.
Let's add to collection.
Collection? I was about to run away, but before I could, I was hit again, and my vision faded. I woke up and saw that I was on a pedestal in the middle of a competition. Zombie miners were all lined up around, competing in different games. Wait a minute, are they?
Hi, everyone. Today we compete to win zombie games, and the winner gets to mine that lion!
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
Yep, we both are.
Huh? I turned to see in the cage with me was a little golden monkey.
When our kingdom fell, I ran away, but these undead idiots caught me.
Well, we can't give up. We gotta get out of here. Out of panic, I shot out an amethyst blast, breaking me free. Whoa, what other powers do I have? I began to make my way out of the competition when I saw a strange ancient amethyst shard on one of their conveyor belts. What is that? I quickly ran my way over and jumped in to grab the crystal. As I did, something began to happen. I upgraded into a larger amethyst lion. I was stronger and my claws were sharper. Whoa, this amethyst shard made me stronger, but I was cut off by...
Hey! Lion tried to escape! No! Stop it!
All the surrounding zombie miners pulled out swords and pickaxes. They're gonna try to mine me. Not good!
Charge!
On day 4, all the zombie miners charged in. Some were trying to slash at me with their swords, while others were trying to mine me to pieces.
Stay still!
Stay away from me! In my newly upgraded form, I was able to send out a wave of sharp amethyst slashes.
It's stronger now?
Haha, that's right! Everyone back off! With my increase in strength, all the zombie miners were afraid and ran away.
Me undead. I'm not scared. Take that!
That's right, take that!
Thanks.
It looks like our new king has been chosen.
What are you talking about?
You found one of the 6 pieces of the lost amethyst crown. It only presents itself to the one who's meant to rule the savannah. I honestly thought it was a legend.
Wait, so if I find them all, I can forge an amethyst crown?
Yep, and the legend says its royal power is unstoppable.
Then I need to find the rest. Oh no! The two of us quickly ran for cover as we saw more hyenas walking nearby.
Follow me.
It wasn't long until we reached a safe hideout in the savannah.
My old home.
If I'm meant to save our kingdom, then it's time I start acting like its rightful king. Let's get to work. On day 5, I got to work building myself a den within the hideout. I even added in extra sleeping quarters for any of my kingdom I managed to find. I looked out and saw that my golden monkey friend had found himself a nice jungle tree to live in as well.
Call me George.
Nice to meet you, George. I went out in search of any food for a home, but as I did, I came across destruction. The hyenas must have done all of this. They're ruining my home. Ah, what the? I turned to see an angry mosquito.
You did this?
No, it wasn't me. But the mosquito didn't listen and began to charge at me. Ah, hey, leave me alone.
You'll pay for this!
I wanted to fight back, but its bites were starting to get to me. With just one more hit, I would be done for. I had half a heart, dodging each of its bites left and right. I then turned a corner and had a horrible realization that I ran straight into the mosquito's home. Oh no.
Look what I brought in! The one damaging the savannah! Well, you are in big trouble.
On day 6, I was completely surrounded by the deadly mosquitoes. Listen to me, I wasn't the one who damaged the savannah. It's my home.
Likely story! Let's just take him down already!
One of the mosquitoes charged in, but I pushed him away with my amethyst slash. Now out of the way, I saw that the mosquitoes had one of the amethyst shard fragments within their home.
Whoa, you're a strong one, I see.
Yeah, so back off. That amethyst shard is mine, and I'm taking it.
You want it? Follow me.
I followed the mosquito leader until making it to the edge of a swamp.
Our greatest enemy lives in this swamp. The croak. He's eaten many of my people. If you go and stop him, you will prove your innocence to me, and shall take that fragment you want.
You've got yourself a deal. With that, I went through the swamp. It wasn't long until I arrived at the croak's main lily pad base. Okay, it's just a frog. All I have to do is take him down. This should be a piece of cake. I walked in, ready to face my foe, when...
More food.
You're a frog? Oh no! On day 7, I was facing off against the croak. Even though he was just a frog, he was tough. He had crazy strength and shot out his tongue to try to eat me. Yeah!
I'll eat you like a bug too.
Ah! I ran throughout the swamp and made it under a tree.
Come here.
Oh no, what now?
Let me guess. You fell for the whole old nice guy thing, didn't ya?
Wait, a bunch of flies? Can you help me take him down?
Nope, that frog is what put us into hiding. Our leader up there is traumatized.
I looked up to see that their leader was afraid at the top of the tree. The slamming continued though, but I began to jump up and make my way towards him.
Oh no!
I will eat you.
He tried to shoot out his tongue at me, but I did my best and dodged out of the way. You are crazy! I was thankfully able to make it to the fly leader. Hi, please help me!
A lion. We may stand a chance.
The fly then started to lead his people.
Today's the day. Us flies take revenge.
The croak had one good look around and now realized he was surrounded.
Oh, well, this isn't good.
On day 8, the flies and I were all teaming up against the croak. They were quickly overwhelming him.
Yeah! Who's large now, you punk?
He tried his best to run away, but we blocked him off and took him down.
I regret everything!
Haha, yes, we did it!
Thank you so much for helping us. It's true. The Amethyst Lion is a savior.
I'm just trying to do what's right. Why don't you guys stay with me for a while? I have a place in the savannah where it's safe. They agreed, and we split ways. I arrived back at the mosquito's home, and they were relieved to see I took him down.
Whoa, you did it! Thank you dearly. Go ahead. The fragment is all yours.
Yes, I went over and collected the amethyst shard fragment, and because of this, I grew stronger once again. I now had sharper teeth and a larger, stronger body, and I even gained 5 more hearts. Whoa, I feel amazing. Time to tell George the good news. With that, I left the mosquito's home and was making my way to my base, but I was surprised to see on the way back, hiding weaker than ever, was my father, Dad!
Kozo, you're alive!
Yeah, and from the looks of things, you barely are. He showed me he and a redstone elephant had barely made it to safety.
The hyenas! They destroyed our home!
We heard roars off in the distance, and I knew I had to get the 2 of them to safety. Follow me. I brought them all the way back to my hideout, where the flies were waiting. Rest up for now. I'll check on you soon. With that, I went to work and began building the flies up their very own home to stay in. It was a large trash can, and done.
Thank you so much. You have treated us too kindly.
Of course. With that, I went to go check on my father, but he was getting weaker by the second. Oh no, how can I help?
I've taken too many hits. In a matter of days, I will be gone.
No.
Unless...
Huh? Unless what?
I know of someone who is an expert at making cures. I can bring you to them and you can cure him.
With that, I agreed with the redstone elephant and followed them out of my base. We were approaching the end of the savannah when... oh no! In a matter of seconds, a diamond hyena jumped out and cut us off.
If it isn't the new king of the savannah, your empire belongs to us, and there's nothing a weak little amethyst cat can do!
I tried to charge at him, but he blasted at me with diamond, which brought me down to low hearts. Ah! The elephant and I began to run away through the savannah, with the diamond hyena blasting at us behind. We have to lose him! An idea suddenly sparked within me. I began to shoot out spews of amethyst to the trees around me, and because of this, they fell and slowed the hyena down.
Ah, stupid lion!
Nice thinking. Come on!
The elephant and I quickly pushed through and away from the savannah, and now in front of us was a junkyard? I can get a cure here? From who?
He's an old friend, and you might not like it.
Why do you say that? Oh no. I looked again and saw that this junkyard was ran by a bunch of dogs. Great. On days 13 to 14, the 2 of us were roaming through the junkyard.
He's around here somewhere.
I do not like it here. We were then brought to a dump area, and there inside of it was a lab dog.
A cat? Leave now!
Wait, come on. I need help. I need a cure.
Cure? No, there's no way I'm helping a kitty cat like you.
I roared at the dog, which made him listen a little better.
Okay, I'll help. You gotta give me like 3 things.
The dog then threw me over a book of ingredients.
Get those and bring them back to me.
Okay, deal. I went out of the junkyard and began to collect the necessary resources. A few bottles of water, check. A tulip, check. And some redstone. As I got the final ingredient, I realized I had come across another amethyst shard fragment. Sweet. What are the odds? I walked over to collect my prize, but as I did... Wait, don't! But the chicken walked forward and collected it. Because of this, it started to grow and grow and grow into a large amethyst chicken. On days 15 to 16, the giant chicken was charging through the junkyard, destroying everything.
Oh my goodness! Everyone run!
That's not good. I need to get that crystal back somehow. I ran through the chaos and eventually made it back to the main dog.
This isn't good. Our entire home will be destroyed at this rate.
Come on, there has to be a way we can stop him. Think.
I have an idea. Lead him out to that exit. There's a waste lake there, and I'll have a trap ready for him. Now go!
We split ways. He headed out of the junkyard as I ran up to the giant chicken. I did not really think this through. Nice chicken? Okay, calm down! The chicken was chasing behind me, trying to crush me with each of its steps. Stop it! Using my lion agility, I was able to hop on piles of trash and use it to gain some distance. But the chicken was doing everything it could to take me down. Come on, can't we just talk about this? It wasn't long until I made it out of the junkyard and at the nearest waste lake. There waiting for me was the giant chicken's trap. The giant chicken kept chasing me until he saw a seed. I jumped out of the way as he ran towards it and began to try to eat it. Now! With the distraction, I blasted at the chicken with all the powers I had. And with one final roar, I shot the amethyst shard right out of him, turning him back to normal. Whoa, it actually worked. Awesome. I went over and collected the amethyst shard. Because of this, I began to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts and felt way stronger than before. I can now let out my very own amethyst pounce, which allowed me to leap at crazy speeds. Sweet.
Well, it looks like a cat can do something right for once. Come with me.
I followed the dog and gave him all of the ingredients. In return, he made me a cure for my father. Just what I need. I guess you dogs aren't so bad, huh?
I still don't like you.
On days 19 to 21, I returned back to my hideout. I made it back to my father, who at this point was at the brink of death. Here, take this. I threw the cure to my father, and he instantly healed because of it.
You saved me. I'm so proud of you. Now that I'm healed.
He walked out and roared into the sky. What is he doing? Because of this, multiple lion roars responded to it, and other amethyst lions began to find our hideout through the trees. Whoa, you could do that?
Being a former king has its perks, but I know there are more still out there. I can feel it.
Well, don't worry. I'm gonna do whatever I can to help all of us. With the increase in lions, I quickly expanded our sleeping quarters, so each of them could have their own place to sleep. The lions then all looked up to me and saw me as their new amethyst king.
You see, son, you have what it takes to save our home.
As he said this,
I saw it! I saw it!
Huh? What are you talking about?
Another amethyst shard fragment. I saw it falling right out of the sky, and I know which way it went.
Really? Bring me there. I followed George until we arrived at the edge of a cave, the hyena's domain. Are you sure it's in here?
Yes.
Then I have to get it. On days 22 to 26, I hesitantly searched throughout the caves. I looked around and could tell that most of my kingdom was captured, and they were all living in fear. Poor guys. Just then, I was pushed aside by a cute little amethyst boar. Whoa, what the? Does it have one of the crystal fragments? Hey, get back here! I chased after the small animal, but it knew its surroundings. I broke through a cave wall and saw it started to jump across a dangerous river, using rocks as platforms. I can't let it get away. I decided to jump after it as well, but when I made it to the other side, it was nowhere to be found. Great, now what am I supposed to do? What's that? I followed the sounds until finding a small little iron ant in hiding.
Ah!
Ah! No, I don't mean any harm.
Do you know what you just did to my home? I was sent to retrieve you.
Your home? What did I do? The iron ant then led me over to a strange looking cave with an iron doorway. Whoa, is that a portal?
I know you're trying to get that little amethyst shard that boar found. And if you wish to find him, then you must join my world.
I'm sorry, your world? The iron ant pushed me through the portal. Whoa, what the heck? I looked around and realized
I was now tiny? What did you do?
Welcome to my world. Now follow me.
On days 27 to 29, I was following the tiny iron ant. The world looks so different from this perspective. It's kinda cool.
Yeah, until you realize even a villager can squash you.
We entered the iron ant's main home, and it was completely destroyed. I realized it was the cave wall I just broke through. I did this?
Yeah, you did, when you were blindly chasing after that boar.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I didn't know.
It's fine, but you are gonna fix it.
He threw me over a map.
Our queen iron ant was kidnapped. Bring her back, and with her, we'll know how to rebuild all this. Do this, and I'll tell you where that boar likes to hide.
Okay, you got yourself a deal. I left and followed the map, and it wasn't long until I arrived at a large picnic area above ground. I was about to enter, but whoa!
Shaw, just drink some sick soda!
Okay, I better be careful around here. I carefully explored the area, making my way past its large picnic table. And high up, I saw that the players had their queen trapped under a jar. Score! On days 30 to 32, I made it over to the jar and broke the queen ant out.
A tiny lion? Did my colony send you?
Yep, now let's go.
What is that?
I looked over to see the giant player had spotted us.
It's like even smaller than a kitten. And it's freeing the dumb ant who tried to eat our cake.
The player pulled out an axe and began to slam it down on the picnic around me. Whoa! He got close to slamming me down, but I was able to roar Amethyst right towards him, which caused him to fall.
Ouchie!
Haha, take that! With that, I managed to escape the player's base and made my way back to the destroyed Iron Ant town. Queen!
I am back, my colony. Now, it's time to rebuild!
With the queen there, she tasked her colony to build like never before, and it had brought back their home to what it once was. Whoa, that's sick.
Yes, very sick. Anyways, you held up your end of the deal, so it's fair we do the same.
I followed the Iron Ant until making it to the entrance of a scary ore-filled cave.
Oh yeah, your smallness effect will wear off soon, but you want to find that amethyst boar? It lives in here. Good luck!
On days 33 to 35, I entered deep within his home, and it was creepy. Hello? I don't mean any harm. Just then, the boar dropped down in front of me, but he was not cute anymore. He was now the size of a huge beast.
This amethyst is mine! I was just a tiny little innocent boar, until one day a strange amethyst shard fell on me, turning me into this! I've never felt stronger!
Well, I'm here to take it back. I can help you and return you back to a normal boar. Just give it to me.
No! I like the power!
Wait! But the boar didn't listen. He began to laugh maniacally and shoot out very powerful amethyst blasts my way. Yeah! Stop it! I was getting extremely low, but I suddenly grew a little. The effect, it's wearing off. Take this! I fought back, now stronger in my larger size. The boar tried its best, but I just kept growing and growing until, sorry about this, I slashed at the tiny boar, which caused the amethyst shard fragment to fall out of him. Yes! I went over and picked it up, which caused me to upgrade once again. I gained 5 more hearts and felt incredibly strong. That was a close one. Looking back, I saw the boar was back to normal.
Aw, this sucks! My home isn't safe without the power!
Well, I have something we can do about that. On days 36 to 39, the boar and I were heading back to my base when we came across a destroyed village. What happened here? We looked over and saw a group of diamond hyenas had cornered the last villager. Please, what did we do to you?
We're running this area now.
With that, the hyenas slashed at the villager, killing him. No!
Come on, boys! We must get back to the leader!
They won't stop until everything is destroyed, and they rule over it. Come on, we're almost home. Once we got back, I quickly made a small home for the boar.
Ah, nice and safe. Thank you, Fozo.
Don't mention it. Now, where should I go to find the next crystal fragment?
Son, I'm so glad you're safe, my boy. We've been waiting to show you something.
On days 40 to 44, my father led me over to the edge of a desolate savanna. What's so special about this place?
This place holds a mountain that was sacred to our ancestors. There, one of the oldest of our kind is said to still reside watching over the peak. I want you to find him and learn what it means to be a lion.
You got it. With this, I headed out all alone into the savannah, and as I journeyed, I stumbled upon a crater. At its center looked like an amethyst cave. Did one of the fragments land here? Where is it now?
The big guy took it!
Huh? I turned around and found a gazelle had been following me. Did you say the big guy? That could be my ancestor. Could you take me to him?
I don't know. My memory of this place is kind of fuzzy on an empty stomach, if you know what I mean.
Really? All right. I used my hunting sense of smell to sniff out some food for the gazelle. There were a bunch of trees, so I used my amethyst to destroy it. Here you go.
Oh boy! Apples!
He ate all the apples without hesitation and started to head off.
Try and keep up! The land of the savannah is not forgiving!
On days 45 to 47, I finally made it to the base of the large mountain with the help of the gazelle. The ancient lion is here, huh? I started to run up when...
I'll just leave you to it then.
Hold up, you still haven't completed your end of the deal. Take me to him. He reluctantly followed me as we made it to the peak to see an ancient amethyst lion.
I have foreseen you coming to me, the Amethyst King.
You have?
Yes, I have heard about what you're trying to do. But what makes you think you are a true lion?
Well, I'm gonna stop the diamond hyenas and save our kingdom for the savannah.
Ah, yes. So you would need this, no?
I looked over and saw the next amethyst shard fragment. Yes, that's mine. But suddenly, in a burst of speed, the amethyst lion cut me off. Ah, hey!
You can earn this fragment from me if you actually prove your worth by showing me you can hunt.
Okay, sounds easy enough. What am I hunting?
Him.
How did I know this would happen?
Do it!
I don't want to hurt him. He helped me. But as I turned around, the gazelle had already made a break for it.
Then you will never get this fragment. Now go!
On days 48 to 52, I ran off down the mountain and used my lion senses to start tracking down the gazelle. There you are! I leapt through the tree line and found it near a river.
Ah! Stay away from me!
Come on, dude, just let me catch you. I won't hurt you.
No! I've dealt with this guy before. He's no good!
What are you talking about? But before I could get my answer, he dove into the river and swam across.
Sorry, pal. No time to explain.
Yeah, seriously? I continued to chase him through the savannah until I finally had enough and blasted at the ground around him, cutting him off with my amethyst. All right, don't make me hurt you. Just play along.
I can't. He'll kill me.
What? Just then, out of nowhere, the amethyst lion jumped out and clawed the gazelle. Hey!
Finally! You caught the little thief! Die!
What? On days 53 to 56, the ancient amethyst lion tried to finish off the gazelle, but I rushed in and stood in the way. What is going on?
Being up on that mountain makes me barely find food. I'm hungry!
I'm a person too, man.
Shut it!
Well, if you want to kill my friend, you're gonna have to go through me.
Then so be it.
He rushed in as well to fight. His massive size and speed were far greater than mine, but I used my amethyst attacks to cut him off from reaching the gazelle.
You really don't get it. What lion would leave prey alive?
He's innocent!
Roar!
The ancient amethyst lion came in again and slashed me so hard that I was knocked down to only one heart. Yeah!
Now stay down!
He then walked back over to the weak gazelle to finish him off. No! I blasted the ground below with my new amethyst roar, causing us both to fall into the cavern below. Ah! We slammed onto the floor below as the ancient amethyst lion looked angry at me.
You ruined my hunt!
I don't care. He angrily began to attack me again, but I knew his attacks this time and was easily able to dodge. I gained some distance and focused my energy on one powerful amethyst roar that struck him head on, nearly taking him out.
But how? You're so much weaker than me!
A lion always defends his kingdom, and because that gazelle helped me, he's part of it now.
I see. You really are a king. So be it. You have proven yourself to me. You may take the shard.
Really? Awesome. With that, we made it all the way back up to the mountain, and I grabbed the next amethyst shard. Because of this, I began to upgrade again. I grew much stronger and can now perform an amethyst explosion in my new form. Sweet.
So, does this mean we're okay, Mr. Ancient Amethyst Lion, sir?
Don't push it.
Copy that. I choose life. I'll just get out of here.
On days 60 to 63, I felt bad for the gazelle and showed him my base.
Son, you've returned. What have you learned from our elder?
That it's our job to defend any animal, no matter its size.
Sup? Now, you guys got any food?
With that, I built up the gazelle his own little den in the base and even planted some more food from the savannah for him. There you go.
Oh, wow! Thank you so much!
I'm so proud of you, my boy. You only need one more fragment to forge the sacred amethyst crown. Then you can finally use the royal power to fight against the hyenas.
Yeah, I just hope it's enough to stop them. As I said this, I heard some unfamiliar voices outside of my base. Come on! The competition is just this way! Competition? I ran out and watched as a group of villagers were heading off in the distance. I can't believe it! These Lapis giraffes are crazy, man! I know! I can't wait to watch the games! Lapis giraffes? More animals from my kingdom. I need to check this out. On days 64 to 68, I followed the villagers until they made it to the coastline, where Lapis giraffes had their own island that was connected to the land. Whoa. Villagers were lining up at the bridge and being granted inside.
Alright, you're good. Hurry along now.
Yippee! I walked up to try and cross it, but then they stopped me.
Your invitation, please.
Hello? I'm the Amethyst Lion, your guys' king.
Wait, you're alive?
We can't let you through.
What? Guys, what are you doing? Where have you been? Just then, the ground began to shake all around us, and the giraffes walked to talk to themselves. They were acting suspicious.
Apologies, Your Highness. Of course, you could be granted by passage. By all means.
On days 69 to 73, I was finally led along down the bridge and onto the Lapis Island, where a bunch of mobs were celebrating. Woo! This festival is so lit! Haha! I know! Who would have thought giraffes knew how to hold a party? I then looked across the way and saw there was the last crystal fragment. The crown. I can make it!
Hear ye, hear ye! Thank you, everyone, for accepting our invitations. The competition will begin shortly.
And we found a perfect competitor, the Amethyst Lion!
Oh my! Do my eyes deceive me?
They don't. I've come here to talk with you guys and collect that fragment.
Oh, this? You can't take it yet. We need it for the festival!
What? Guys, with it, we can stop the hyenas. The giraffes all started looking suspicious again and ignored me.
Hear ye, hear ye! The festival shall now commence!
I turned around to see a group of villagers and Lapis giraffes lining up at a starting line. What's going on?
Welcome to a race! Yes, race. If you can win it, then I will happily reward you with this fragment as I have promised it to the winner.
On days 74 to 77, I lined up at the starting line with the others.
Little kitty thinks he can beat me? You're going down!
Bring it on! One of the giraffes rang a bell, and the race began. I sprinted forward, and with my feline speed, began to take the lead. Haha! Just then, I was blasted from behind. Ah!
Out of my way, loser!
That's it! I chased after the giraffe, and it wasn't long until we made it to a large parkour over a canyon. The giraffe elegantly jumped between the platforms, and I knew I can't lose. Not when my whole kingdom's at stake. I charged my amethyst powers, and with my feline agility, leapt forward, jumping over the Lapis giraffe and taking the lead.
Not fair!
Haha, that's what you get. I made it across the finish line, winning the race. I did it. Now hand over that crystal fragment so I can save our kingdom.
No, we won't. I'm sorry, Your Highness.
What? On days 78 to 80, a massive diamond cage was dropped over me. I tried to break out of it, but the bars were too strong. What are you guys doing? I won your games.
Your rule is over, Your Highness. The diamond hyenas will kill us all if we don't surrender to their empire. And they had us hold these games to take down everyone who stands against them.
Don't trust them. I can stop them. I just need that fragment.
Son Silence! This is the only way!
So, you finally captured that pesky feline.
We turned to see the diamond hyenas had arrived. Oh no, please, let me go!
Shut it, little lion! You will sit there and watch while we remove these lapis fools from your dying kingdom.
No! We had a deal!
But the hyenas didn't listen and started to take down giraffes left and right. No! I only wanted to watch the games! I have to do something, but how? On days 81 to 85, I used all my abilities to break my cage, but nothing worked. Just then, a lapis blast shattered my cage, freeing me. What? Who did that? I turned around and saw the bully giraffe had broken the cage.
Look, I just wanted to win the games. I don't want anyone to die. Please, Your Highness, stop those hyenas.
He pointed towards the crystal fragment, and I knew what I had to do. Don't worry, you giraffes are a part of my kingdom too. I'll be sure to save you all. With that, I raced towards the crystal fragment and began to upgrade one final time. I gained 5 more hearts and became the ultimate amethyst lion my kingdom truly deserved.
The purple kitty escaped his crate! Get him!
The hyenas rushed in towards me, but I let out the most powerful amethyst roar at them, taking them down. Nobody hurts my kingdom and gets away with it.
I'm so terribly sorry, Your Highness. We believed you weren't strong enough to protect us and gave our loyalty to the hyenas. We see now that this was a horrible mistake. Please forgive us.
Don't worry, I understand. I could use your help shattering that diamond empire once and for all.
We would be honored to assist you.
On days 86 to 90, I was leading the giraffes back to our base until I heard a familiar voice cry out.
Let us go!
Oh no, Dad! I ran to where I heard him, arriving at a clearing where the diamond hyena leader had captured my family in cages. The base, they must have found it.
My most feared followers! The day of reckoning for all the inferior creatures of this wretched world will finally be upon us! No longer will we be considered weak to even the strongest of animals! And those who oppose us will have only one other way to live!
With the powerful roar, the hyena used his diamond abilities on the trapped animals, turning them into diamond. No!
With hyenas at the top of the food chain, and those who fall making up our civilization, we can secure a world that is completely diamond! March forth, my brothers!
The diamond hyenas cheered as they prepared for battle. No, they're not getting away with this. But before I could go after them, I was blocked off by George.
Fozo, no! I understand how you're feeling, but they're too strong. We need to head back to the base.
You're right. Let's get back. On days 91 to 94, we returned back to our base, only to find that most of it had been destroyed. No, not again.
We managed to fight back for a little, but we got overpowered.
I looked around at all who were left, as sadness surrounded our entire home. But as it started to build in me, amethyst energy swirled around, followed by the strike of a large amethyst lightning bolt. I looked up, and floating before me in a ghostly form was my dad. Dad, what happened? Did they...
No, I'm still alive. Your feelings were so strong that you used the power of the amethyst crystals to contact me without realizing it. Don't you see, my son? Doesn't matter how desolate things may seem. You've accomplished so much already, so don't stop now. Your people need a leader, and I know that leader is you, my son.
With that, my dad disappeared, leaving me with only one thing to do.
It's over. We're all doomed.
No, this isn't over. Everyone gather around. I let out a powerful roar, which signaled all my friends I've met to surround me. Look, if we don't stop the hyenas, they're gonna use their power to turn literally everything into diamond, including us. And nobody else is fighting back. So we have to step up. I know how much all of you guys have suffered, but as your rightful king, I say we rise up. We are done suffering.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be a stupid building block.
With the support of everyone around me, my amethyst abilities began to charge up. I emitted a powerful roar, channeling all the power of the amethyst crystals to their fullest potential.
What's the plan?
All right, guys, listen up. On days 95 to 99, my friends and I made our way towards the sounds of chaos in the distance. We approached a desolate valley and found a diamond hyena base where the leader and his men were finishing off more innocent animals. They killed anybody who was in their path, and the hyena leader used his abilities to turn anyone weak enough into diamond. Alright everyone, it's now or never. Follow me. We approached the diamond hyena's base as the hyena leader began to take notice.
Well, well, I thought I killed all of you already. No matter, you're too late. Once we finish here, I'll have enough power to wipe you all out, starting with him.
I looked over and saw he was talking about my family that was in a cage. No, your terror ends here. Everyone, charge! My friends and I stormed in and began fighting off the hyenas with everything they had. They were tough and started biting at us, but with my fully formed amethyst abilities, I blasted them away and my friends started fighting back harder than ever.
Yeah, it's a little now, huh?
They started getting weaker, and with everyone we took out, more rescued animals would help us as well. Yes, we're doing it! When I wasn't paying attention, a pair of hyenas snuck up behind me, ready to attack. But before they could, George and my friends dropped in and took them all out with ease.
No, wait! I'm sorry!
Thanks!
No problem, Fozo. We got them under control. And this!
While my friends backed me up, I used my amethyst to quickly thrust towards the center of the base and crushed open the cage that was holding my family.
My son, you've done it! You've saved us!
Enough! You think you know power? Your little circus ends here!
On day 100, I was face to face with the diamond hyena leader as he began charging up his own abilities. Come on, you have to stop this. Nothing is worth this much destruction.
All of this will be worth it once I'm building my throne out of your corpse!
The hyena unleashed a barrage of diamond attacks as I began to dodge him with my amethyst abilities. With my speed, I began shooting out attacks before he could even face me.
You feral freak!
With his anger growing, his attacks got a lot more aggressive, and he was even able to land some hits on me. Not only was I too quick, but with every amethyst blast, he was getting weaker and weaker. Haha, come on, are all hyenas this slow?
Amused, are you? Well, tell me how amused you'll be after this!
The hyena leader charged up a diamond howl that hit me straight on, taking me down to low hearts.
Oh, poor kitten. Don't you get it? Not even 1,000 of your feeble amethyst crystals could hold a fraction to my diamond power. My kind was put on this earth to rule over inferior creatures like you.
He charged in at me again, only to get hit to the side by my dad.
Get away from my boy!
The hyena leader was enraged and was about to unleash a full diamond blast on my father. No, this ends now! I felt a power inside me as I launched up and powerfully slashed the hyena leader away, weakening him.
This is insane! I am the true ruler of this jungle!
Wrong. I am. And as long as I'm here, that won't change. I unleashed a final amethyst roar, blasting him away for good. Yes, we did it! And with that, the diamond from the world faded away, and all of us creatures can finally live in a peaceful kingdom. I'll be surviving the next 100 days as a diamond crocodile. Using my legendary diamond powers, I'll strike through my enemies, overcome difficult challenges that stand in my way, and grow into bigger and more powerful forms. Will I be able to stop the deadly hunters and save my family? Or will I become just another one of their treasures? It was time to find out, as I spawned in the swamp as a baby crocodile. I was surrounded by my family, enjoying our peaceful home.
Isn't it perfect, son?
It is. I love you guys so much. Suddenly, a large treasure hunter burst into the area.
Looky here, I finally found you crocodiles. When I collect your scales, I'll be rich.
The large poacher unleashes power onto us. My family did their best to escape. However, one by one, they were collected as if they were only some kind of prize. I surely thought I was gonna be next until a strange diamond power began to shoot out from my body. My scales all began to crystallize one by one until I transformed into a diamond crocodile. Whoa, what just happened?
A diamond crocodile? I wonder what I can make with your scales.
Bozo, run!
I listened to my mother and ran while I could. On day 2, I was being chased by the treasure hunter's men. I did everything I could to escape, but there were just too many of them.
Gotcha!
Out of panic, I shot out a magical diamond blast, hitting the hunter to the ground.
Ah!
Whoa, looks like I have diamond powers too. I turned and began to use them against the nearby hunters, finally putting up a fight. However, it was cut short as a much larger hunter burst in and blasted me back with an explosion.
Yeah! You fool! You're just an animal!
I don't stand a chance against these guys. I gotta run. I kept going until I came across a hole leading deep below the surface. With no other option, I jumped through in order to escape my capture. Unfortunately though, before I knew it, I found out I was falling straight into a pit of lava. On day 3, a mysterious figure bolted in and placed a block underneath me, catching my fall. Phew. I looked up, only to see standing before me was my little sister, Tracy.
Whoa, big bro, you're made of diamonds.
Yeah, it's new to me too. I'm so glad you're okay, sis. Suddenly, the cave around us began to shake as holes of lava started pouring in from the walls. It grew unstable as the lava-fied zombies rose out all around us. We were clearly outnumbered, and it was obvious we weren't welcomed. This isn't good. They began to blast out fireballs our way as the two of us tried to look for an exit. My sister was way faster than I was and used her speed to find a tunnel for us to escape.
This way, big bro.
I'm right behind you. She bolted towards the tunnel. However, as I caught up with her, we ran right into a dead end.
Rats!
We turned around and saw we were done for. On day 4, my sister and I united, ready to embrace death. However, as our hands connected, an urge pulsed through my body. I began to levitate off the ground as diamond sparks blasted out from my scales. I grew larger in size, gained 5 more hearts, and was now stronger than ever. Whoa, uniting with my family makes me stronger. That might be the key in stopping those hunters. The zombies rushed forward. However, I now had my sister's speed, allowing me to diamond dash through my enemies. Because of this, they didn't stand a chance, and all ran away in fear. Haha, we did it! Our celebration was cut short as a tunnel opened up behind us. We both cautiously followed it until finding an underground swamp waiting for us at the other side. It had diamonds scattered throughout and was absolutely beautiful. Whoa, was this made for us? We both settled in. I used various blocks to build a crocodile head fit for a new home. And as I finished, I noticed Tracy had just finished building a large family tree. What's this for?
These are the rest of our family members you need to find to get stronger. You found me, but you still have to find Uncle Runt, Big Brother Bill, Grandpa Jim, Aunt Luna, and our mom.
Don't worry, Tracy. We will get our family back. Just then, the roof above us began to shake. That can't be good. On day 5, I exited out of the cave, only to spot my uncle in the distance. He was being escorted away by a couple of guard piglins.
Get your filthy little pig hands off of me!
Oh no, I have to save him. I began to make my way towards him. However, I was stopped by an arrow. Yeah! What the? I looked around, only to see I had run right in the middle of exploring players. They were on boats, completely in awe.
Dude, it's Diamond!
What? Without another word, all of the players pulled out bows
and began to shoot at me. Oh no! I began to navigate through the waters as everyone was trying to hit me with poisonous arrows.
Capture the croc!
Thanks to my diamond dash, though, I was able to speed right past all of them. I was able to make it to the end of the river, only to see that I was now at the player's base. Aw, man, now how am I gonna find my uncle? I was about to continue searching until a voice stopped me.
Wait, help!
Turning around, I spotted a poor, poisonous iguana captured. On day 6, I went over and let the iguana out of its cage.
Finally, I get to stretch out my legs. Ha, thanks.
Yeah, don't mention it.
I heard you were looking for your uncle. I'm assuming he's another crocodile? I actually just saw one pass by here not too long ago. I'd love to show you my gratitude by showing you.
That would be amazing. Just then, the players all began to arrive in the base, and the two of us quickly ran away. No! Our pet lizard is gone!
Today sucks!
I followed after my new friend until we both arrived at a guarded nether portal. There were heavily armored piglins on watch, making sure no one could get inside. My uncle has to be through there. With no other option, I began to sneak my way through the outpost, doing everything I could to avoid the piglin's sight. If one of them spots me, all will attack. Thankfully, I used the nearby pillars to my advantage and was able to time my movements to stay hidden in cover. Phew, that was a close one. I was about to make it. However, I accidentally tripped over a rock, making a ton of noise. A couple of the piglins snapped towards me, and I was captured. On day 7, I was brought through the nether portal and entered into a large castle courtyard. Piglins were all working throughout, and there, being tied to a post, was my uncle. Uncle!
Get me out of here before I lose it on these dumb pigs!
I bit at the piglins surrounding me and made a run for it. However, I was quickly stopped by a large beam. Looking up, I saw it was none other than their piglin king.
Another croc? How dare you disturb our homeland?
Yeah, well, you kidnapped my uncle.
Kidnapped? No! We traded gold for our new pet, and I won't let a dumb reptile like you take him from me!
Uh-oh! The king and his piglin men rushed towards me, ready to take me down. He was slow. However, his strength alone made up for it, because each hit took away 5 hearts of my health. With one more ground slam, I was sent back flying. On day 8, I landed right next to my uncle as the Piglin King was charging our way. Uncle, quick, grab my hand.
I don't wanna.
Uncle!
Alright, quit your whining, fine.
My Uncle Run united with me, which caused me to upgrade once again. My body grew larger in size. I gained 5 more hearts, and my teeth were now way sharper than before.
I did not expect that.
I turned back around right before the king reached us and unleashed a new loud diamond roar, sending him back.
Ah, you think I need my men? I can assure you, I don't!
The king was now all on his own and began to jump high up in the air, causing large ground slams when he could. However, with my speed and now my loud diamond roar, he was easily overwhelmed. I quickly dashed behind him, and before he could react, let out a large diamond roar, finally defeating him.
Thank goodness you found me, nephew. These bozos were giving me a headache.
I'm glad I found you too, Uncle. Come on, let's get out of here. On days 9 to 10, I made it back to my base with Uncle Runt. Once there, I went over and put a lantern under his name to mark that I found him.
What does it take for a croc to get a bed around here?
Oh, right. I quickly got to work and built him up a nice relaxing home inside.
Ah, that's the stuff.
I then began to look around for Tracy, but I couldn't find her anywhere. Oh no, where did she run off to? As I said this, I saw her hiding away on the outskirts of our base. Hey, what's going on?
Shh, someone's here.
What? But before I could do anything, a cage suddenly fell down around me.
Ha ha! You'll be perfect for the show.
What? Hey, let me out of here! However, the man didn't listen, as my cage filled up with strange gas. And because of this, I passed out. On days 11 to 12, I woke up and found myself in the middle of a carnival.
Get on with the show already!
Huh? I looked around and saw that the place was full of people spectating, with their ringmasters standing on a large cage across from me.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the new challenger, the Diamond Crocodile!
Boo!
Our competitor is here to face the one, the only, Big Bill!
Suddenly, the cage below him burst open, and walking out was my brother. Everyone around the tent began to cheer as my brother Bill was soaking up the spotlight. Bill, it's me! Snap out of it!
Let the fight to the death begin!
My brother charged in with the frenzy, as he was clearly blinded by the fame. I ran around, trying everything I could to dodge his attacks, but he was extremely strong. I don't stand a chance against him.
Bite his face off!
What? My brother came in to attack again, so I dodged out of the way, causing him to break a hole into the tent. Now's my chance. I ran out in the midst of the chaos, leaving my brother behind.
Aww, I dropped my churro.
On days 13 to 14, I hid in the surrounding area of the carnival, trying to think of what to do. I can't just leave him here.
That hunk of scales beat you up too?
Huh? I turned around to see a clown bunny had found me. What the?
Calm down, I ain't part of the circus anymore. Not ever since that other croc came to town. Now he's the main attraction, and I'm a nobody.
Well, I want my brother out of there too. Do you have any ideas? The bunny motioned me over as he led me to the entrance of a sewer system. It reeks.
Well, you're gonna have to get over it. Someone in here sells potions that'll make you wicked strong. Find him, and you'll easily be able to beat your brother.
All right, wish me luck. I headed into the sewers, but as I got deeper inside, I started to hear something slithering around me. Who's there? Suddenly, a group of snakes dropped down behind me.
A crocodile made of diamonds?
We're going to be rich!
Oh no! I blasted them back with my diamond roar, but this only seemed to anger them.
Get 'em, boys!
On days 15 to 16, I was forced to run deeper into the sewers as the gang of snakes chased after me. They were shooting out corrosive venom that burned away at my skin with a single drop. Stay away! I came to an intersection of the pipes that quickly fell down deep below. Whoa!
We got you now.
With no other choice, I began to jump between some of the broken pipes to get to the other side. However, the snakes weren't giving up yet. They continued to fire out their venom and burn away the pipes in front of me. They were about to catch up. So I used my dash to quickly cross the gap and make it to safety. Haha!
Go get him, Ronnie.
What? No! You go first!
While the snakes were arguing, I finally got away and made it to a pipe where I saw another snake in a suit.
A new customer. Wanna buy a potion?
Actually, yes. What's the strongest one you got? The snake then pointed over to a glowing potion on his shelf.
Here she is. Now, what have you got as payment? You know what? I have an idea.
The flash slithered up and bit me, causing me to drop a few of my diamonds.
Perfect. Here you go.
Thanks, I guess. On days 17 to 18, with the potion in hand, I returned to the circus and entered back into the tent. Hey, I want a rematch.
Oh, did you hear that, folks? The rookie wants another go at the champ.
The crowd began to cheer as Bill rushed into the arena.
They love me!
Not for long. With that, I quickly drank the snake's potion, causing me to double in size and strength.
Ooh, he's big now!
What? Don't look at him, look at me!
My brother rushed in, initiating our rematch. But this time, with the potion's help, I was putting up a fight against him.
No, I can't lose!
I was about to win. However, the potion's effects wore off. What? I knew it was a scam.
Ooh, folks. Looks like the tides have turned again.
my brother charged in again, and I knew that with just one hit, I was done for. No! Before he could reach me, though, the tent exploded, and through the destruction came in the treasure hunters.
There's the croc! Tear this place apart!
Chaos ensued as the hunters destroyed everything in their way.
Well, the hunters! They did this to our home, too!
Yes, Bill, please! We need to work together to save our family! My brother finally came to his senses and agreed to join me. Because of this, I began to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts, grew in size once again, and now had the brute strength of my brother. We were about to make a break for it when a hunter jumped in our way.
You're not going anywhere!
He was about to blast us back, but I used my new ability and bit right into him. As I did this, I noticed the hunter dropped a map. I wonder if this leads to another crocodile. I'll be taking that. Come on, let's get out of here. On days 19 to 21, Bill and I safely returned to my base and were reunited with the others.
Oh, thank goodness you two are all right.
Huh, you worried about me? Worry about him! I nearly killed him myself!
Whatever, dude. I then took the time to build up my big brother a new home in the base. And after, I placed a lantern under his name. All right, only a few more to go. I pulled out the hunter's map and began to follow it. Now, let's see where this map leads. I followed the drop map until it led me to a hidden outpost. More treasure hunters were flying around in helicopters and had constant patrols everywhere. They must be guarding something really important in there. I'm gonna find out what it is. I began to sneak around inside and use my sister's speed to dash into cover whenever I needed to. Because of this, I was finally able to make it inside their main building, where I found my grandfather trapped in the cage. Grandpa!
Oh, howdy, stranger. You happen to have any food on you?
What? Grandpa? It's me! I went up and bit open his cage, but as I did, alarms started to go off throughout the outpost.
Intruder! No one gets in or out!
That's not good. On days 22 to 26, I pushed along my grandpa as we made a break for the exit. However, the helicopter spotted us.
The Diamond Croc! Weapons free, men!
It began to fire down missiles at us without hesitation. Ah! I quickly pushed us into cover to keep my grandfather safe. Stay here. I'm gonna find a way for us to escape.
Whatever you say, youngin'.
I ran out to grab the hunter's attention, and one of them was able to spot me.
There! Shoot him!
They began to rain down attacks at me from above. But as they flew down, I used my new dash to get up high and chomp right into the helicopter. This caused it to completely spin out of control and crash. Haha, that's what you get for hurting my family. I went back to where I left my grandpa, but he was gone? What the? Where did he go? I ran out of the outpost and saw that my grandfather had wandered off to a nearby hillside. What are you doing?
Huh? I don't remember. Who are you?
Grandpa, it's me, Fozo. It was obvious my grandfather couldn't remember a thing.
Golly, youngin'. I could really use some mango right now. They always help me with my memory.
Okay, just please stay here. I'll find you some. I left my grandfather on the hill and made my way to a nearby jungle. There, I saw a lone mango was hanging from a nearby tree. I ran towards it until I was hit back by a figure. Ah!
Hey, it's another swamp animal!
Huh? I looked around in the tree and saw that I had been ambushed by a group of monkeys.
Stay out of our jungle!
The monkeys all began to fling clumps of dirt at me from above. Ah, hey, stop! Out of anger, I began to roar out at them, causing one of their trees to fall down.
Oh, you're a strong one. Maybe he's strong enough.
What are you talking about? The monkey led me over to another part of the jungle where I saw a ton of destruction all around. And down below, some monkeys were being taken down by a group of hippos.
We aren't going anywhere, you ape!
Whoa.
You see? Those hippos have been invading our jungle, taking all the food. If you can get them out of here, we'll gladly hand over our last mango.
Alright, deal. I began to go across the battlefield and noticed that there were a ton of pits and traps everywhere. It's like a full-on war. I used my sister's speed to dash around the area, avoiding spiky pits and the eyes of the hippo guards. I crawled up the vines to a nearby tree and began to leap across the canopy to get over to the hippo's side. Piece of cake.
What was that, bub?
I looked up and saw that I'd been completely surrounded by hippos. Oh, hi there. On days 30 to 32, I was escorted by the hippos to a clearing where I met their giant hippo leader.
Ha! The diamond crocodile! You think you can just walk all over us?
What? No, But the hippo didn't listen and ran in to attack. His massive size made him much stronger than me, and I knew if I didn't keep my distance, I was done for. Take this! I blasted out my abilities to push him back, and he was surprised at my power. You need to leave right now. This is the monkey's home. Why are you even doing this?
You don't understand why we're doing this. We lost our home!
Wait, what? Their leader seemed to calm down and brought me over to the edge of the swamp, where I saw a scene of complete destruction.
Those greedy treasure hunters. They came and killed every one of us they could. And the rest of us, we were forced to flee the jungle.
I understand. They did the same thing to my home. But taking someone else's isn't the way to do things. The hippo nodded and agreed to leave the jungle alone. And actually, I think I have a better idea of where you guys can stay from now on. On days 33 to 35, after telling the hippos about my base, I made my way back over to the monkey's side of the jungle.
Whoa, you actually did it! I thought they'd rip you to shreds!
Wait, what?
Nothing! Here's your mango!
With that, I was finally able to return to the hillside and hand over a mango to my grandfather.
Oh, you're too kind, little boy.
My grandfather quickly devoured the mango whole and then fell asleep? Grandpa?
What is it, Fozo?
Grandpa, your memories are back. With us fully reunited, I felt myself grow in strength as I upgraded. I gained 5 more hearts and became immensely stronger and smarter.
Well, you only get wiser with age, my boy. Now come on, I want to see my other grandbabies.
Right away, Grandpa. On days 36 to 39, I led my grandpa all the way back to my base, where the hippos were waiting for me.
Don't worry, Fozo. I'll hold them off.
Be nice, Bill. They're friends. With that, I took some time to build up the hippos a nice river home in the cave. Then I worked on a comfy space for my grandfather and noticed that the tree was lit up even more. Awesome.
Thank you, Fozo. Here, take a cookie.
Oh, thanks? As I was about to eat the cookie, I felt the ground below me begin to shake. Suddenly, mining up out of the ground was a small diamond golem.
Oh, there you are, Diamond Croc. I need your help. These crazy people are stripping my home clean of all its diamonds.
You're diamond too. I bet it's those greedy hunters. Show me where. I went deep underground with the golem as they led me straight to a beautiful cavern, being stripped away by robots?
Good work. With this ore, we can finally extract the scales from those pesky crocodiles at the lab.
Wait a minute. Some of my family has to be with them. On days 40 to 44, I leapt down into the cavern to confront the robots. Hey, where are you holding my family?
The hunter said you might show up. Deal with this animal. I need to get back to my lab.
The robot turned to walk away, but before I could stop him, a massive drill mech burst in and stood between us. I'm guessing you're not gonna let me go. Without hesitation, the mech swung down at me and tried to tear me apart. Whoa! I ran around the room and fired back at him with my abilities, but he just dug right into the ground. Where did he go? I looked around the cavern when I realized that after reuniting with my grandfather, I now had enhanced senses and could see through the ground. There you are. Because of this, the mech burst out of the ground. However, I was easily able to dodge it. I blasted into him with my diamond roar, taking him down. Now, to find that robot doctor.
Don't worry, I followed them while you were fighting. They went this way.
I left the cavern with the golem as we made our way to the outskirts of a large laboratory. All right, let's do this.
Well, I would go with you, but I'm much more of a lover than a fighter, you know.
It's fine. Thanks for the help. On days 45 to 47, I began to sneak my way inside the robot's massive lab. I used my grandpa's vision to see the robot's patrol routes and snuck right in under their nose. Too easy. Once I was inside, I saw one hallway that stood out from the rest. Restricted area. Looks like I'm in the right place. I just hope I'm not too late. I headed down the hall when I heard a voice?
Wild animal detected. Activating defense protocol.
What? At the other end of the hall appeared 2 defense turrets that began to blast lasers down towards me. I started to dodge down the hall, avoiding the blast as much as I could. But when I got too close, it would shock me with a strong electric pulse. Yeah! All right, enough! I dashed forward and used my roar attack to tear into the turrets, breaking them in a single hit. However, as I did this, I heard a familiar voice coming from the nearby room.
Sir, please don't do this.
Wait, Mom? On days 48 to 52, I rushed into the large operation room where the robot doctor had my mom and aunt caged in the center.
Now, just hold still. You'll only make the operation more painful.
Hey, stay away from them! I wasted no time and ran in, hitting the robot back. I'm getting you 2 out of here, come on!
Trust no one! They're going to kill us all!
Aunt Luna, calm down. Hurry, son. She's so scared. She's not herself.
I was about to break my family out, but just then I was hit from behind, being sent across the room. I looked over and saw that while I was distracted, the doctor had jumped into a powerful mech suit.
These 2 aren't going anywhere. But while you're here, I guess I'll be taking your scales too.
We began to fight as the doctor recklessly shot out explosions all over the room. I tried my best to take him down, but my attacks were nothing compared to his. With another blast, he accidentally hit the center cage. Mom, no! On days 53 to 56, in my rage, I dashed forward and struck the robot mech, making the doctor fall out.
You fool! You don't think I have plans for this?
As he said this, the whole facility began to shake.
Initiating self-destruct.
Oh, come on! I quickly ran over to my mom's cage and saw that she was barely hanging on to life.
Son, it's okay. Just get Aunt Luna out of here. Protect the family.
Mom, no! The entire room was shaking, and I knew I had no time to waste. I looked into the cage, only to see my Aunt Luna was gone.
I can't stay here! I need to save myself!
Luna? Wait! I ran back out into the hallway and saw that my aunt was just about to exit when suddenly the whole floor crumbled away, exposing deadly gears and wires.
Oh dear!
Hold on! I'll save you! On days 57 to 59, I leapt into action, using my dash to hop between the destroyed hallway to reach my aunt. Just stay right there!
No! Stay away! Everyone is trying to kill me!
Not me! Just trust me! I was about to make it to her, but just then, the platform between us crumbled away, separating us. No! Auntie, you have to jump!
What? No! I don't!
Please, trust me! She hesitated, but then leapt up in the air towards me. I saw she wasn't gonna make it, and out of instinct, used my powers to create diamond blocks below her, catching her in midair. See? I told you. With that, my aunt and I were able to escape, just in time. Are you alright?
I am now. Thank you, dear. I trust you.
With us finally reunited, I began to upgrade. I now had 30 hearts and could let out a powerful diamond burst. Whoa, no one can mess with us now. The 2 of us began to travel back to my base, but along the way, a sudden beam of flames cut us off in the forest. Yeah, Luna, stay back. She quickly hid away, and I watched as none other than the treasure hunters had found us.
You've escaped death long enough, you diamond freak. Finally, I've come to claim your scales.
You got my mother killed. You're the monster.
No. I don't concern myself with what my customers do after the sale. That's what you animals are. Just beasts ready to be sold.
His words fill me with a rage like I never had before, causing me to dash right in to take him down. Before I could even get a hit off, though, the hunter blasted me back, bringing me down to low hearts.
Sir, we got her!
I looked over and saw that the others found my aunt and pushed her out into the open. No! I sent out my diamond blast, launching everyone back that was around me. With this opening, I quickly escaped with my aunt beside me. We ran until safely making it all the way back to base. I saw that the family tree had lit up around Luna's name as well.
Auntie, you're okay. Wait, what happened?
It's Mom. She's gone. My family crowded around me as I told them what happened. And I'm still not strong enough to take down the hunters. Without uniting with my mom, who knows if they'll ever pay.
Wait a second, young man. Your mother. I may know someone who can bring her back.
Really? Who?
I'll show you. But I'm warning you, this won't be easy.
On days 64 to 68, Grandpa Jim led me to a secluded area in our swamp. Where in the world are you taking me?
Patience is a virtue, young man. Hold on.
After a while, we finally made it to the front of a mystical witch's hut. Just then, an ancient witch came walking out.
Yes. I've been waiting for you, Diamond Crocodile. Come on in. We have much to discuss.
We entered inside with the witch and caught her up on what happened to my mom. So, can you bring her back?
No, I cannot, but you can.
With that, Heather threw me over a list of ingredients.
Gather those for me, and I'll whip up a potion that'll allow you to find your mother's spirit.
All right, be right back. I went out into the surrounding area in search of a sea pickle, some amethyst, and a hydra head? Is this witch crazy? But with no other choice, I went out and gathered all the ingredients I needed. After collecting the amethyst, I was now searching for the final ingredient, the hydra head. And right on cue, there's the hydra of the swamp. This is not gonna be easy. On days 69 to 73, I snuck closer to the creature and saw that the massive hydra was stomping through the swamp. I cannot take this thing head on, but I patiently waited until the hydra got close to a large pool of water. Now, I leapt out of hiding and surprised it with a diamond burst, knocking him in.
What the?
I quickly followed up by diving into the pool after him. In the water, I was much faster and used my speed to circle around him, biting him every chance I could.
You ignorant fool!
He began to fire out crazy attacks, though, that would poison me and take out chunks of my hearts. I knew what I was fighting for, and I swam up again, biting into him, causing one of his heads to fall right off. Yes! I went over and grabbed it, and when I did, the hydra seemed to look confused.
Oh, all you wanted was a head? Why didn't you just say so?
Just then, the hydra head suddenly grew back, like he wasn't even hurt at all. That is strange. Sorry? With that, I was able to make my way back to the witch's hut and handed her over the ingredients.
Perfect. How are you, Terrence?
It's never fun being the head that's cut off. Just get this over with.
This just keeps getting weirder. Here, take this. Heather used the ingredients to make a strange-looking potion.
Now drink this.
I did as she said, and the second I finished it, my vision began to fade. On days 74 to 77, my vision returned, only to see I was now in a dark swamp, void of all life. Wait, am I dead? I looked up to a large mansion in the distance, and there was a faint light coming from inside. My mom, she has to be in there. I began to run towards the mansion and use my dash to scale up the side of the cliff. But as I was...
Oh, look! A live one!
Huh? I turned around to see floating there was a group of flame spirits.
Oh, won't you play with us, Croc? It's so boring here.
Yes! Yes! Very boring! We're in need of a game!
A game? Yeah, look, I don't mean to be rude, but I have something I'm here to do. I continued to scale,
but the spirits shot out flames, almost knocking me off. Yeah!
No! You are going to play with us! And this game is called Don't Die! Ready? Begin!
They began to wildly fire more attacks, as I did my best to continue leaping between the rocks to reach the top. Guys, please knock it off! I don't want to hurt you! However, their attacks were starting to take their toll on my hearts.
Come on! You're already losing! You can't die yet!
Yeah, you better not let our king finish this early.
They sent out another attack, but as I dodged it, an explosion hit its friend, causing him to fall.
Jeffrey, no!
I looked down and quickly spawned a platform of diamond though, catching him in midair.
You saved me?
Yeah, even though you guys just tried to kill me. Look, I played your dumb game. Now can you just please all leave me alone?
I guess you aren't so bad.
You can go, sir. Thanks for playing.
You're welcome. On days 78 to 80, I finally made it to the top of the cliff and walked inside the horrifying mansion. Once there, I saw that the light was coming from my mother, whose spirit was floating above the chamber. Mom!
Fozo, no, you shouldn't be here.
As she said this, I watched as a terrifying ghost rose up from the floor in front of me.
You dare come to the land of the dead? Those who come here never leave! And that's not changing today.
The ghost then sent out a blast in the room, causing a force field to appear around my mom's spirit.
Your mother's spirit will not leave this realm, and now I shall take yours!
The ghost began to shoot at me with paranormal abilities. Every time they hit me, I began to float up into the room, which heavily disoriented me. Yeah! Knock it off! Around the room, I saw there were 3 pedestals that glowed with the same energy. Well, I hate to break it to you, Ghost, but nothing's stopping me from saving my mother. We're getting out of here whether you like it or not. I made a dash for the first pedestal, as the ghost began to do everything in his power to stop me. I quickly dashed over and broke the first one with my bite, weakening the force field.
You idiot! This is the way of life! No one can change it! No one can beat death!
He started to blast me again, so I tried to fight back, but my attacks just phased right through him. Oh no! I dashed over and barely managed to break the second before he could hit me again. Yeah!
My son! No!
On days 81 to 85, the ghost floated in front of me as I stood to face him with barely a heart left. My mom is coming back whether you like it or not.
I don't think so.
The entity charged up another attack to take me down for good. However, I had an idea and shot out my diamond roar directly through him, hitting the 3rd pedestal. Because of this, my mother's spirit was finally freed.
No, you can't do this.
He flew in again to attack, but suddenly there was a bright flash of light as me and my mother appeared back in the witch's hut. Whoa! How did you?
A wizard never reveals his secrets, young man.
Oh my boy, you did it! We can finally be a family again.
With my mother finally reunited with us, I began to upgrade one final time. I now had 35 hearts and became the most powerful animal in the swamp.
Good work, Fozo! Now, let's head home.
On days 86 to 90, I was heading back to base with my grandpa and mom when we saw treasure hunters up ahead rushing by. Hurry! Hide! We hid away, thankfully avoiding the hunter's vision.
Hurry up, boys! The commander wants all hands on deck at the vault, ASAP!
The vault? I gotta check this out.
We're good, sweetie. Just be careful.
I will, Mom. See you again soon. They ran off towards the base, as I followed after the hunters, who led me straight to a giant vault built into a mountainside.
That's the last of it, sir. All our valuables are in the vault.
Our treasure? This is mine! Every piece of gold, every single gem, every speck of dust is mine! Got it?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now the reason I've called you all here is to get ready. That wretched Diamond Croc has spent day after day ruining my plans. Every sail that beast has tore apart with his teeth. But no more. I won't rest until that Croc's scales are made into pair of boots on my feet. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now be ready. Once everything's in order, we'll burn that swamp to the ground.
There's no way the swamp is safe while he still has all the gold to make these weapons. I have to put a stop to this. On days 91 to 94, I quickly returned to my base to make a plan. However, when I arrived, I saw that my whole family was finally back together under our tree.
Brother, you really did it! You saved us!
Well, not yet. There's still something we all need to do.
What is it? Are we not safe? Can't we just run away?
No, I'm done running. This swamp is our home, and I can't just let these hunters wave their weapons around, destroying it. I don't expect you guys to come with me, but I'm putting a stop to this here and now.
What are you talking about, little bro? I've been ready to smash some human heads since day one.
Yeah, and me and my hippos are behind you all the way, Croc.
Thank you guys. This is finally our chance to show those hunters who they've messed with. No one messes with our family.
That's right. Let's show them who's... Ow! Oh, I think I pulled a hip.
Maybe save it for the fight. All right, everyone, let's do this. On days 95 to 99, I approached the outskirts of the hunter's base.
Sir, it's the Croc!
Ha! Well, would you look at that? You've gotten even bigger. Just more of you to sell off to the highest bidder.
That's enough. I didn't come here to surrender. I came here to finally put a stop to you. No one attacks my family and gets away with it.
Is that right? Well then, shoot him, man. I don't want his blood near any of my gold.
His hunters all took aim and were about to blast me with everything they had when... Psst,
hey. What the?
My brother leapt down and started to tear away at every hunter in sight.
Weapons free, man! Kill them all!
Chaos ensued as my family members leapt into battle, and the hunters were scattered around trying to fight us all.
Coming through!
What's going on? These crocodiles are crazy, man! I know! Panic!
The hunters all began to run around and panic. However, my family was really putting up a fight against them.
That's right. This is our home.
And no one's gonna take it from us.
My family was using all their strength in the fight and cleared a path for me right to the vault.
Go on, boy. We'll handle these jokers.
All right. I made a break for the vault entrance. However, before I could get there...
Where do you think you're going?
He was about to blast me back when suddenly my mom took him down.
Don't even think about hurting my son.
Thanks, Mom. With that, I made my way inside of the vault. On day 100, as I got inside of the vault, I looked around to see the place was filled to the ceiling with all kinds of valuables. Whoa, so this is what they're getting for killing animals? As I said this, I was blasted from the side by the hunter leader.
Ah! This vault's only gonna get more full once I'm done with you and your family. Ha ha ha!
Not if I have anything to say about it. We both charged in as we began to fight. He had crazy weapons that could shoot out all kinds of fire and explosives that completely blasted my diamond skin. However, I was much stronger now, and with my family's support, I was finally putting up a fight. I could quickly evade his attacks with my sister's speed, and with my brother's strength, I was able to launch the hunter back with a single bite.
Rah! Gah! You dirty little animal! You ruined everything!
The hunter then started to angrily shoot around the room, and in his recklessness, I had nowhere to dodge.
Yeah! So long, little Croc! Time for payday!
Well, I hope it was worth it.
Huh?
The hunter then looked around and noticed that his rampage had caused him to completely encase all of his valuables in fire. Everything was destroyed.
No! All my money!
While he was distracted, I began to charge up all my remaining strength into one final attack.
What?
Wait!
He tried to fire at me again, but it was too late. I unleashed the most powerful diamond burst like I never had before, finally taking the hunter leader down. Because of that, the swamp could now finally live in peace.